All right. Howdy, everybody. Welcome to Step into the Portal. I've been super MIA. I tried to stream a game like a week ago, and my whole internet just went haywire. And I couldn't stream it, but I'm going to come back and stream it tomorrow morning. I hope. We have a lot of stuff to do, but I'm going to try to stream this game, which is Disney animated. It's pretty cool. You're working cooperatively to try to put together some animated Disney films while the villains try to stop you. So it's kind of a neat little game that just came out. So I'm going to try to stream that tomorrow. It'll be early if I'm playing by myself. It'll be a little later in the day if I can get my wife to join me. So you'll know whether it's a solo or two-player game based on the time of day.
I like it.
What it's going to be. But we're playing Marvel Champions here now, everybody. So howdy. My name is DeBrant.
I'm Brian.
I'm Eric.
And I'm Shuffling Steve.
Nice. And we are doing the Guardians of the Galaxy are going to the X-Men had to go on another call, so the Guardians showed up to stop Magneto at Asteroid M. So we got 4 Guardians decks here. They're not really built to play with each other tonight. We really I think we all made some kind of oddball decks that were just going to be thrown out there. I imagine Steve's is probably more tuned.
Mine is
a little
Drax.
less. Well, you're playing Drax in protection, right? So there's like kind of a standard there. So what I'm doing is I'm preparing. Actually, last night I got a chance at the portal. I just did an impromptu night, and we had 5 people show up and play champions. So that was great. So I got to do that and teach some new people, and then people were buying packs. In fact, I think this is a really interesting thing for the community to know. One of the guys who came bought just Wolverine. He does not own the core box.
Interesting.
So he had Wolverine. He cracked open the pack. He played sleeveless.
Oh, no.
That's
right?
like taboo. Yeah.
No, I think it's good. Like, these are people that we have to welcome. We can't be elitist.
Yes.
No, I know you guys are joking, obviously.
Yeah, I don't.
And then at the end of the night, he bought Cyclops.
Okay. Cool.
Didn't buy the core box. He's just going to play with us. So he's like, I'm not buying. So I just think that's important to realize, like, there's that audience out there. It's not those of us that are playing 4 times a day, building 8 decks a week, right? Like playing solo nonstop.
You still have to.
I can't hear you, Steve. You got a huge echo. Man, I can't. Can you guys hear him?
I mean, I can hear him, but he just kind of like stopped talking.
Oh yeah, sorry. I don't know what's wrong with my. Let me just.
Sorry, no, I don't mean. I was
just gonna, build on what you were saying about those kinds of players. I think for us players that just literally buy everything, and we see these packs come out with reprints, and we kind of get into this whole like, oh, I'm tired of seeing this reprint. We forget that there is those people out there who just buy a pack or 2 later on in the LCG and be like, I'm just going to play with someone who has the core and play with these 40 cards that I got now,
Yeah.
So,
Which is great. There are some people that are
Absolutely.
not interested in deck building. They want to just play with the prefab decks. And the decks are definitely designed to just be opened and played.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, it's a great part. I mean, it's a bonus over the other 2 LCGs where, well, I guess now because they repackaged them, they do have that, and they made those. So I should say the other LCGs have it now, so you can. I don't want to like burn the other LCGs and say Marvel is better because of that. They've realized, that's an important thing. So, whichever one thematically jumped out more to you, you could now jump into because they've done that. They've made inspector packs for Arkham and all that.
So Arkham wouldn't do that. So let's say I bought an investigator pack. It wouldn't come with everything I need to play.
It does now. When they made the second edition, the revised edition of Lord of the Rings and Arkham, now if you buy the new core set, you get pre-made decks and the stuff you need. And then if you then you can buy individual investigators, which would be like a hero pack.
Okay.
The thing in Arkham is they don't do extra building cards because they have to do upgraded cards. Because in Arkham, you earn XP and then you upgrade the cards in your deck at the end of every. So imagine you played the campaign and you could swap out. Oh, I can swap out my Avengers Mansion for the upgraded one, which only costs 3 to put into play.
Okay.
Or it says one player draws 2 cards, which would be stupid powerful, but that might be the top end of it, right?
Okay, makes sense.
So as you play through the campaign, your deck upgrades with your own XP as opposed to some external thing.
Cool.
And that way it's consistent throughout. So
Very cool.
All right, if you're here, say hello in the chat. We're going to be playing this. Anyway, my point is I'm gonna be going away, and I'm going to teach another kid. So I asked him some of his favorites. So I made a Cyclops deck, a Wolverine deck, and then I made Captain Marvel and Rocket to bring with me. He wanted to fight Magneto, and I figured I'd bring Claw because that's just another good solid fight. And I'm just going to pack everything in. I have this box, but I actually have one that's shorter than this. So I'm going to get a box that's about this big. I'm going to put all my tokens just in a plastic bag. They're not even going to go in these little holders that I have them in. And it's all going to fit in a box about this long and go right in my luggage.
Nice.
And I love that about this game. I'm going to have 4 heroes, 2 villains, a couple mod sets so we could swap them through, and a bunch of tokens. Done.
Perfect.
And just to top it off with the whole LCG thing, yes, there's multiple LCGs to choose from, and they're probably all great, but this one is just fantastic.
Chef's
I
kiss.
do agree. I do agree. Well, this one is my favorite multiplayer too, for sure.
And if you had to pick just one, in my honest opinion, I would pick this one.
I would too. I love it. Oh, and if you watch the Dice Tower, it was number 55, spoiler, and Eric Summers' top 100. So now we have it on the Dice Tower in Eric Summers, Z Garcia's, and Roy Canada. So we've got 3 people on Dice Tower with this game in their top 100.
Nice.
Is
Is it still Roy's number 1 game?
Game, right?
I mean, Last Light's probably his number 1 game.
Okay. Right. Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
That's the game he designed.
The game. Yeah, the game you design. I would hope that would be up there.
Actually, I imagine it's probably not on his list. He probably feels like a game he made is not going to be
biased.
Right. Yeah. I know Jamie Stegmaier does the same thing. Like he won't put Scythe or Viticulture on his own lists. But
no, I mean, there's definitely some sensibility to that. Like if people know you, they know, right? So it doesn't give them any information. So.
If they know.
All right. Good evening, Growl. Thank you for saying hello in the chat, Scott. Hello, Robert. We're playing early. Yeah, this was my request so that I could clean because we have house guests tomorrow. And hello, Black Dog. So there you go. People are here. We're going to be fighting Magneto on Standard. It's just fun night tonight. It's not about high-powered decks. It's not about craziness. It's just fun.
It's just about Brian bouncing.
Did I kick him out?
You did.
Yep.
What did I do?
I don't know. He'll bounce back.
He probably just locked his way.
Yeah.
Yoda's Hut.
Hey, thanks for joining us.
Cool. Welcome.
All right, so we're going to fight Magneto. I'm going to play Rocket because everybody knows he's the best. So why would you not play him whenever you can?
Of course.
That's basically my reasoning. I don't have to show you my deck. We already know it's OP.
Yep, no
Who's
doubt.
next?
I'll go. I'm the cybernetic outlaw tonight. So I'm going to be doing Nebula with an aggression deck, and it's actually going to feel more like a leadership deck where she's going to be going pretty heavy with her allies. And I did not include any like aggression event cards or anything else. It's just all allies, supports, and upgrades. That way we can just thin out her deck as much as possible and then just keep cycling through her different techniques.
So technically your strategy is aggro support.
Yes.
So,
yes.
So from what I'm guessing is you're going to stay down like 2 or 3 turns, then flip up, trigger all her stuff a couple times.
We'll see. Yeah. Well, I'll go back and forth, but definitely.
Yeah, definitely, it's a good strategy. If you stay down a couple turns, it makes a lot of sense.
Yep. Cool.
I'm just good old Drax in protection, readying multiple times, and using a lot of vengeance.
Yeah, I have a lot of events for removing threat because there's just going to be a lot of threat, and it's my job. So, I don't have time to build up Rocket, so I'm just going in with events is the idea.
Oh, cool.
And I thought, for playing with somebody, giving people more events I find is easier. Having them have a whole bunch of stuff on the table is more complex.
True.
Right?
Oh,
So like I prefer to have more on the table, but then it's like, oh, don't forget your card draw, don't forget your trigger, don't forget this, don't forget that, don't forget that, don't forget that, right?
yeah.
Events are like one and done.
True.
The guy
Oh, by
playing
the way,
Wolverine last night knew what to do.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, Brant, if you missed, we played Champions Live last night. Playtime.
Oh, I played Champions Live last night.
Oh, you did. So, Hella with Future Past and Galactic Artifacts. Interesting.
I saw you played for 3 hours. Was that 2 games or 1 game?
That was just one game.
That was one game, yeah.
That was one game. It was insane. When she was, I did mention to the guys, like, somebody should be running Phoenix Justice for the psychic misdirections.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because you'll see there's a bunch of cards that are going to kill us. And then, so we lost 3 times. But
wait, hold on. It was what? Oh, but you kept playing? Is that what happened?
Just kept playing.
Oh, okay, got it. I was like, wait, you said it was 1 game.
Yeah.
All right, guy, what do you got there? You're playing Venom Leadership?
Sorry, I was still unorganized.
Yeah, you left us. We know.
Yeah, I was.
What happened,
because I was gonna flip my screen around because it's I don't know if you guys have seen these laptops that kind of go into like artistic mode.
Oh.
I was gonna flip it to get my screen closer, but I accidentally quit out of the thing. So anyways, I am playing Venom Leadership, and it's a Voltron deck, but it plays into Adam Warlock. You know, I figured I'd bring another Guardian along, and
well,
Adam
baby
Warlock.
Adam Warlock, right?
Huh?
Oh, you didn't. Never mind.
Baby Adam Warlock?
There's no baby Adam Warlock the way he's shown in Guardians 3, which I realize you haven't seen.
Yes, I have not seen. So
I
thank
won't
you for
spoil
that.
it. It's not really a spoiler. It's just the way.
Thank you for that, Brant.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you.
Adam Warlock dies 12 times in the movie.
Makes sense. So yeah, it's just an Adam Warlock Voltron deck, so we'll see how it works.
Dweety turn 1, boys. The dream. Mantis and a Dweety.
You're first, Steve. It's going to be Steve, Eric, Brian, and then me, because that's the order on my screen.
Well, Christmas. All right, well, Draxinus is going to use a leading blow to play a Dweety Mastery. He's going to punch for 1, draw a card. Even more Christmassy. I will spend 2 for a Mantas. I will use Mep Team to play an Endurance on Draxipoo to bring him to 17. And let's put an Honorary Guardian on Mantis. And then I can remove 2 threat if that can help. If not, I'll just keep Mantis for healing.
I mean, I have 10 threat removal. You're 2, but it could be Nebula. It could be one of them, I guess.
I'll keep Mantis for healing. And I punched Mags to get rid of his toughness. And does he even start with toughness on there?
He does. I think it's only Sabretooth that is not tough on level 1.
Okay. So that was a sexy turn. You're good.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. I am going to pitch this to get out her Unyielding Presence, which will let me draw 2 cards. Perfect. Got a combat ready. So let's use that to discard cards, looking for another technique. I got a wide stance, so that will just come right into play. Special, look at the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. Discard 1 and put the others back in any order.
Sweet.
So we'll do that. Then, contrary to Steve's initial suggestion, I am going to flip up so I can get Nowhere into play because I need to be a Guardian to do that. So I'll pitch power on all of us to get out Nowhere. And then that is good for, I think, any of you guys, right? Anytime a Guardian ally will come out. Yep, perfect. Okay.
Too bad. Mine already came out. There's
yes.
only 1.
Yeah.
All right. Not going to happen for me.
Well, then, since I'm up, I might as well get out another. And he cannot be stunned or confused, right? He's steady.
No, he's steady. So you could stun him or confuse him once.
Okay. All right. Well, we can do that. So
So
then
you know what I mean? He needs
yeah.
2 to be stunned or confused.
And we don't have anything that requires a hero action or hero response yet, right? He has no attachments or anything. Okay.
No.
Nada.
So I'm going to pitch Sunfire and bring out evasive maneuvering, which will, why don't we say, temporary or semi-stun him.
That doesn't work like that.
It's when
Well,
you trigger it at the start of your
Oh,
turn.
that's right. That's right. It'll when my next turn begins. You are exactly correct. Okay. And then I can
Not
thwart
just
for
a
2.
little bit. Exactly.
Yes, please.
Yes. Yep. Thwarting for 2.
Perfect.
All right. That is my turn.
It's Brain's turn. Go Brain.
All right. So we have 2 up. Do I need to flip up?
Don't think
You
so.
do not need to flip up. I'm gonna have to flip up
All
to
right.
remove threat, so you can stay down.
I mean, oh wait, you're last, so I
Yeah.
could flip up and keep
Also,
you.
Brant,
Does keeping you a helicarrier do anything for you?
Unfortunately, I've laid down the law for justice without any mentals,
Wah,
so
wah.
they're only going to be 6, and that's going to be 9. I'm going to get that down. So the helicarrier would just let me play one of these without paying. So I'd like hold a pistol or something like that. So it's not super helpful.
Okay, because
Also,
this is
go ahead,
what.
Brian.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, Brant, just remove one more threat because she thwarts for 3 because of unyielding persistence.
Thanks.
Okay. Sorry, Brian. Go ahead.
Yeah. So this is what I have. I have. I'll pay 3. Get a helicarrier.
I could put my
out.
pistol down and tinker it to draw 2 cards. That would be the benefit of helicarrier.
I can pay 3 to get my multi-gun out. I could helicarrier to get my pistol, or I could flip up, take a damage, play the pistol, keep the helicarrier for you, and that way I can actually use the multi-gun and do something else there for you. I think that's probably just a better bet, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to flip up. I'm going to take a damage, play my pistol. Helicarrier is there for you, Brant. I will. You want a little bit of help on threat for now? Yes, let's do that. I will thwart for 2 with my Venom's pistol and myself, and then multi-gun will remove 2 threat as well.
Okay.
And helicarrier is there for
numbers
you.
because until I draw, I can technically remove it. So maybe I'll just have you clear the main because I can already get rid of that one.
Well, okay. So I mean, the thing is I can hold on to the multi-gun for 2 threat right now until you figure things out.
Oh, that works.
So do my basic thwart of 2, leave it at 2, keep my multi-gun until you
Alright.
figure things out.
I'll use your helicarrier to put out my. Sorry if you're not done.
Yeah, no. I was just gonna say helicarrier puts out your pistol.
Yep, and then I'm gonna scrap it because I am Justice Guy. Ooh,
Go
there's
Justice
Spidey.
Oh, nice.
I
Oh,
can
can you
switch
get
that
rid of it?
Yeah,
Kind of worked out perfectly, didn't it?
yeah. So these 2 will play my heroic intuition. This 5 will play Spidey. He'll sweep this.
Oh, you don't want to wait it for the next one on the other side?
Stop your greediness.
I'm just asking.
Why would I want to wait for the next one?
Because it removes 12. How much did you remove?
9.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
Stop.
It's,
That's good.
You want me to hold him a whole turn just to remove
No,
3
no,
more?
no.
Steve's
next turn?
all
No, I
about
thought it was
the.
only
Oh,
like-
you want? I know what you want. You want me to flip up, remove 9, then have 5 resources left to play Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Steve's all about the min-maxing.
Min-max.
I'm like,
No,
I just did such a great job, and you were like, well,
because I can't see all the way, so I thought it was only like 3 or 4 left. I was like, oh.
no, I got rid of 9.
Oh,
All
9
right,
is
and then he'll
perfect.
sweep 2 off of this, so there's nothing, and I'll actually stay down, so I don't take a hit here.
Oh, that makes sense. That's a good
I'll
job.
draw up. All right,
Cool beans.
Uno.
I got a Moon Girl.
All right.
Draw
I
up
actually
ready.
have a counter spell, so if we need one, I have a counter.
I don't even know who you are and what counter spell you would have.
Mhm.
Get behind me.
Are you playing Magic? Oh, okay, gotcha.
I have a get behind me, which is
Is it when any card is revealed? Any treachery is revealed?
any treachery? So
Yeah. All right. He is going to attack Drax for 2.
I'm gonna just take everything.
2 plus discard a random card from your hand.
Oh, you suck! I forgot you had that modular. Oh,
Just for you, Steve. Just for you.
well, that changes everything. Vengeance.
No, to be fair to Steve, he was thinking that I only had 4 threat and I was not being as efficient as I could have been, but it was very efficient with Spider-Man and 4 players.
No, it was.
He came in for 5 and got rid of 11 threat. So we're super happy with Spidey. All right. Then Magneto adds a counter. Then he is attacking Nebula for
I'm going to defend for Nebula.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you.
+1, so you take 3.
So 2, I'll take 1. Vengeance!
Okay, and then he's attacking Venom.
Venom will defend for 3.
Exhaust your identity.
Good call.
So then he does this, which is 3
attack.
magnet counters, right?
Correct.
Well, does he have to do damage or just attack?
Every time you attack.
Okay. Did I take anything?
No,
Okay.
but you get a magnetic card.
Okay.
So it's going to be his armor. Is it just
yeah.
reveal it? It's not like deal it as a boost, right?
No, it's reveal it.
Okay, so he's got his armor. He's got +1. He can't be stunned.
How do you remove?
8 damage, I believe. Is that the retaliation?
No, this isn't the bubble. This is the after you make a basic attack, spend 1 of each resource.
Oh
Man.
So. All right. So that goes there. I don't have to do this. And then he schemes against me for 2. +2 is 4. So this is going to go to 8 out of 20. And then we get cards.
Attack me again.
Memories of Another Life. You are stunned.
I'm just going to get stunned.
Okay. Nebula gets metal shards. So deal 1 damage to each character you control, Nebula.
Okay.
And we add a magnet counter. And Venom gets inferiority complex. This is yours, Nebula. Perfect, as Steve would say.
It's perfect. These are great to get rid of at the beginning.
Going down.
Because now you get to keep all those techniques.
Yep.
It is perfect.
I am agreeing with you. Sorry. My laughing is just because it's funny.
All right.
You say it all the time.
It
It is not. I
am
am not picking.
Wait. I can counter the advance. Because I want to have my stuff here.
All right.
All
So
right,
it's canceled. He's attacking you instead?
Yeah.
He's attacking you for 3 plus give him a tough status card.
All right, I'll go down to 11, and now I'm vengeance to the max.
Nebula, it is your turn.
Okay.
It's too bad I'm not ready.
Steve, you're just going to track that you're stunned.
Yeah.
Nowhere readies us, right?
No.
No, that's Utopia.
Oh, that's CITT that does the ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could I request a helicarrier to get rid of an unflappable on my board?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. I think I'm going to pitch this to get out another wide stance, which will let me draw 2 cards since I had to go down. Perfect. Another combat ready and an energy. I love it. Okay. So let's play our combat ready, looking for a technique upgrade. And there goes CITT. There goes my ship. Weapons Master. So that does trigger the special ability. So please deal 4 damage to an enemy.
He's tough.
Okay. And then I will. Let me think about this for a second. Well, I could flip up. Spend the energy to use lethal intent to trigger 2 of my techniques, or I can get bug out as well, or in addition, or not in addition, instead.
Or you could trigger 3 techniques.
Or I could trigger 3 techniques and just hold on to bug, because a lot of my deck is actually built around keeping some of my Guardian allies in play. So let me do that. I will flip up. I will pitch energy and this weapons master to use lethal intent, and I'm going to give myself a tough. We can look at the top 3 cards of the encounter deck, discard 1, put the others back in any order. That is 2. And then let's deal 4 damage to an enemy.
Who's going to be the first person? Nebula?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So somebody's going to...
and
Well,
I'm
you're
tough.
tough.
Yeah, and I'm tough.
So the first boost is going to be a 1. The second one I can put on Brian, which says exhaust. So it just means you have to defend, or I guess Steve could defend.
Well,
I'm probably going to be flipping down unless Steve needs to flip down.
Okay.
No. I'm full on. I got my 3
this card gives him a tough status card and another boost, so I figure I discard that one.
Sure.
Yeah.
Who wants to get the exhaust your identity?
Venom will take it because Venom at least has ways to ready.
Okay.
Only thing is that I will most likely be the guy that can remove his upgrades.
Okay.
So if
Well,
I'm
you know
not
what?
exhausted,
I'll take it.
I can't give it to you because you're 4th.
It's fine. It's fine. I'll take it for the next round. I'll be good.
All right.
And then with his armor, can he take 4 damage?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that will be the 3rd. So I went tough. We looked at the encounter deck, and then my 3rd is the weapons master dealing 4 damage to an enemy.
68.
Yeah.
Almost there.
All right, and then I'm already exhausted from getting rid of my obligation, so that completes my turn.
So the upgrade that Magneto has requires an attack against him, right?
Correct. A basic attack and then 1 of each resource.
All right. Unfortunately, I can't make a basic attack. Otherwise, I would be getting rid of it. So I am just putting down my pistol. I will multi-gun for 2 threats.
Okay.
Helicarrier is going to be for Steve, so he can do the unflappable. And I think it's just a flip down, so I can draw more cards this round.
Got it. All right, I will Moon Girl for 3, draw 3.
That seems
Skilled
efficient.
Investigator.
I
will
always
use
forget that Rocket's a genius as well.
rocket launch. Hey, I'll rocket launch to put out my battery pack, and I'll tinker it. Hey,
He's one smart rabbit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have to give up my skilled investigator, but whatever.
Why would you do that? It's
What?
So good. Why? It's so good.
Well, because we're probably not going to get rid of the ones that are here, right?
Yeah, we
Isn't
are.
it better to have my thruster boots in the long run?
Of course it is.
All right, so I'm going to put my thruster boots on. I think it's fine. Well, I could use the helicarrier, and I could put the skilled investigator down. That was a joke. All right.
Right.
I will play Crisis Averted with my salvage and my pistol and get rid of 6 threat here.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it would draw me a card for each of these, but then we don't tend to get rid of the ones that are in his deck, you know?
Because I was going to say, if you get rid of the side scheme, like you can have the helicarrier, you put the investigator on me, and then I draw the extra card, and then I can play my unflappable.
I can't get rid of the side scheme.
Oh, okay. That's.
I only
I didn't know
have
what that- I didn't
I
know
have
what the
8
map
threat
was.
removal, so I get it down to 2. But I mean, I removed 14 threat.
Well,
Funny, you know what? If I don't heal, I could get rid of it.
my multi-gun could have also done 2 from there instead of 2 from the main.
I did do 2 from here. I brought it down to 10, and then I got rid of 8.
Got
I
it.
don't think it's a big deal, Steve, because we'll clear this next turn. We have a scheme that can still pop.
Yeah.
So I always like to just stay 1 ahead. You know what I mean?
Yeah, makes sense.
Because now the main can pop, and it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. You're up, Steve, I believe.
Yeah.
Helicarrier for unflappable.
Done.
That's your turn?
I healed for 3 and then got that done.
It is totally fine if that's your turn, but just...
It really isn't.
One. It is super fine. What are you talking about? 1, 2, 3,
All right, here we go.
4,
Nice. Nice. I love when you draw Helicarrier into your hand, and then the very next card is the power in all of us. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Agreed. All right. So he is going to 6 threat on the main. He is attacking Nebula, who's tough for
I'm
4.
going to defend.
What? All right. If you want to,
Wait,
I'll
if
keep
you
my
were
tough.
defending, shouldn't I have put the star first?
Doesn't matter.
Well, then
Doesn't
it's going to exhaust Brian, right?
Oh, well, maybe okay, so I'll be able to exhaust for Brian. I'll already be exhausted. which
Well,
is
no,
great.
Brian is in alter
I'm-
ego.
Alter ego.
We talked through all this.
Right.
Oh, but I didn't know. It's just because I saw my hand.
It's fine.
Ah.
It's there you go.
It's
Let
easy.
it happen.
All right, then you can do it.
All right, so
Dude.
I will defend here.
Okay. He's attacking for 4.
All right, I take 2, go down to 12, Vengeance, draw a card.
All right. Thank you, Steve.
All
Yeah.
right. Then
Aye.
he's scheming against you, Brian. Oh, and he adds a thing. So actually, this whole thing gets messed up because now I have to go get a magnetic card. I discard until I get a magnetic card, correct?
Yes.
I know it's right here, but if you guys know better, then remove the 3 magnet counters. But it's been errated to remove them first. Magnetically sealed. I have 2 allies. How many does everybody else have?
I have
0.
0.
So that's 3 allies. So this
Yeah.
thing is going to have 8 threat on it. Now I'm going to need help. Well, I can still get that side scheme away, so it's actually not terrible. All right, and
Oh, I was just going to say, I'm going to play a Shake It Off to give myself a tough since I took damage.
okay. All right, now he's scheming against you, Brian, and if it's an attack, it is not. So it's just going to be for 2, so this goes to 8 out of 20.
And I don't exhaust now, right?
Correct. He's attacking me, and unless Steve's doing anything, I'm going to block with Moon Girl.
I cannot defend for you right now.
Okay.
We can have my tough take it if you want, and keep Moon
No,
Girl in
I'm
play.
I'm
Okay.
fine. I don't mind losing Moon Girl.
All
All right, so that is 2, and then he gets 1 magnet counter. Now he's attacking Steve.
Yeah, I'm going to just parry.
Okay. He gets a tough status card and an additional boost. So he attacks for 6.
So I
Parry
I
for
parried-
6.
I parried for 8. So
Okay.
I trigger Vengeance, draw a card, and then I trigger Unflappable, draw a card.
Nice.
Cool.
And
He's
then he
tough,
gets
right?
another magnet counter, and he's
He's
tough.
tough.
Yeah, that's annoying. Okay.
All right, we got through all those. Now we get our cards. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We're playing
Yeah.
Magneto with the Guardians, so the Guardians are defending
Magneto.
Asteroid M.
Nito
Struggle
Dorito.
for control. Are you exhausting and taking? No, you're going to put a symbiote out.
Do we want symbiotes?
Well, they're easy to pop off.
You just put 1 out, right?
So I think I made a mistake. I forgot parry is when you would take any amount of damage. So technically, since I'm tough, I wouldn't be taking damage. So I'm going to put my card back. I'm going to lose my tough, and I'll take my parry back.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the symbiote is engaged with the first player, so it goes in front of
Okay.
Nebula, which is super
Cool.
weird.
Well,
All right.
it's fine.
Next one is Magnetic Missile, which will surge, defeat a Sentinel minion, then take 5 damage. So it still happens, right? You don't have to defeat the Sentinel. How does this card work? Do we go sentence by sentence?
So it surges.
We don't do the when revealed.
You do the when revealed.
Defeat a Sentinel minion, then take 5 damage. Not if you defeated a Sentinel minion, then take 5 damage.
No. So you're not defeating a So look, just go by logic. There's no Sentinel minion.
To defeat,
there's
so
no damage
you don't
dealt.
do that.
So there's no damage dealt.
Okay.
It just surges.
Surge. That's how I always played it, but I didn't know if they clarified that in the rules update. Because everybody always says go sentence by sentence, but it doesn't work on half the cards.
No.
All right, take the topmost magnetic card in the discard pile and give it to Magneto as a face-down boost. Guess what? It's a 1 boost. And then do what? Then he activates? Magneto activates. All right. So he's going to scheme for 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is going to 13. I cannot get rid of all this threat, just so everybody knows.
All right.
Masters of Mayhem. So I put one in front of me.
Whirlwind. Oh, that means I'm getting one.
Why are you getting one?
Because there's one card left, so it's Whirlwind.
All right. You got Electric Shock.
What does that do?
You are stunned. Take 2 damage.
All right, down to 10.
You take a damage for each magnetic counter. All right, this passes to Brian.
All right, so we got 8 threat on that crisis side scheme. We got 13 on the main. How much?
And 2 on the side.
Yeah. Well, we need to deal with the crisis in the main. How much do people have potential?
I got 2 with Mantis.
I have 6.
You have 6 in total,
So between me and your gun, we can get rid of this.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, did he just attack again?
No.
Okay.
No, he schemed against me. I'm just debating whether or not I remove his equipment
Okay.
instead of basic thwarting with myself. The gun, yes, but I'm debating whether or not I use my basic to do an attack against him to remove his equipment. Because
it's the +1. The not being able to stun him isn't hurting us. It might hurt you a little bit with your card and hurt Nebula. But, I mean, that's just a matter of getting this and then Steady goes away, right? The +1 damage is the question because Drax is the one doing a lot of defending. Thank you, Nolan.
It all depends on what you would need, Steve. Do you want him to have 1 less damage?
No, so basically my turn, I'm gonna be putting my knife out because I didn't draw from this. I kind of misplayed it. I shouldn't have given myself the tough. So that was a bad move on my play. So my bad.
So you're also not supposed to have tough?
No, I got rid of mine. No. I got my tough, but I couldn't play my parry, which was the plan.
All right. Brent, then I think instead of me removing that, I'm just going to do a thwart. What's your instance of thwarting? Because I have a
4 and 2.
A 4 and a 2?
Yeah.
Because I have a 3 and a 2.
Got it.
So I can do. So your 4 would get rid of that, and then
that's
your 2
fine. You can do 3 and 2 here, and then my 4 will clear this, and my 2 will clear this, and we'll let the main pop. It doesn't matter.
All right. I'll thwart for 3 then, off of the thing there.
Yeah.
And
you can also wait for the multi-gun, right?
I could also, yes, you're right. I could also wait for the multi-gun, and the multi-gun could also remove the symbiote if need be. So yeah, there's that. All right, let's pay 2 to get down this command team. I can take 1 damage and do a first aid. Steve, did you need the first aid?
Here, I'll Mantis, and then you can heal Mantis.
All right, I'll take 1 damage to first aid Mantis.
Thank you.
I'll play down an endurance on myself, and I'll get down this command team for later on, because I'll need it. +3 health. Multi-gun is available when needed. Brant, you're up. Helicarrier is also available.
Nice. Spartan was at the store last night and played with us. We ran Hawkeye. In fact, we played a Crossbones game. We took Crossbones down in 3 turns with Hawkeye, Wolverine, and Captain Marvel.
Nice.
Done.
Also, command team is going to ready Mantis.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. It's me?
Yep.
I will use a reload to play a pistol. I'll use my pistol to take out this symbiote.
Cool. Thank you.
Then I will use salvage. What do I want to end up drawing? I don't actually want to end up drawing anything. That's a little weird. I'll just wait. So I can thwart this for 4, bring it down to 1, and then the magnetically sealed, and then Spider-Man will clear this side scheme, I think, rather than getting rid of that. So now he can go to 18 damage. This has 12 on it. And now we can pop 2 schemes with no negatives.
Cool.
So that seems good. I will then flip down, scrap my pistol. I love scrapping.
Helicarrier is also available if anyone wants to claim it.
Nice.
Cool.
I will put.
I don't need it.
I'll put down my ingenuity, and I will put a battery pack on top. Actually, I might as well put a pistol on top. I will use ingenuity and my cybernetic skeleton to play sense of justice, and I'll hold my lay down the law for next turn.
Makes sense.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm not favoring my damage stuff, and I'm not favoring my stuff that gives me health. So I need blockers, but I can remove threat. All right, Drax, it's all you. There's one left on this magnetically sealed, but we can let the thing go if we want.
Well, if we can remove threat from it, then we should. At least a little bit or something.
Right.
All right. Well, I'll use the helicarrier was used, right?
Nope.
Well, I'll leave it for I don't need it. So I'll use payback to play my other knife.
All right, I'll use it. Thank you.
And then do you have any threat removal?
I have 2.
I can do 3.
You can do 3.
But it's a 2 and a 1, so I can get rid of that one side scheme
that
has 1 left on it.
Then I'll just use Mantis to heal back to 16, and I'll pass it.
You know what? Let's take my command team back then, because I'm just messing with you.
I was like, what? That was great. He's got tons of
right.
Helicarrier for you, Eric.
Yep. Awesome. All right, and Steve, you're done?
Yeah, so don't forget your techniques I'll trigger.
Yes, so let's do that first. Now, I'm already tough. So, again, the way this is worded, after your turn begins,
it doesn't
resolve
lead.
the special. So this one stays in play, the unyielding persistence, right? Because I can't resolve the special since I'm already tough.
Yeah.
Which is great, because that will leave me with +1 stuff. Okay, so I have 2 wide stances. So, Brant, we're going to look at the top 3 cards of the encounter deck, discard 1, put the other ones back in any order, and we do that twice.
Okay. There's a triple, a double, and a 0. So we'll keep these, and then we'll look at the other one, which is another double. I'll just get rid of a 2. Yeah. And then we can either have him scheme for 2 additional against me, because we're not worried about the main, right? So, Brian, yours will be a 0 boost.
Okay. That means he attacks for what? 2? 3?
3.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Then we're going to deal 4 damage to an enemy.
You don't have the piercing one, right?
No, I do not.
So 4 damage on Melter, and then maybe he can go away.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so that gets rid of Weapons Master, and then evasive maneuvering is I can stun or confuse an enemy. I would suggest that we confuse Magneto since he can't be stunned right now.
Okay.
Or it would, because he's still steady, correct?
Yeah,
but no matter what.
So he's semi-confused.
So put 1 on him.
Yeah. So he's semi-confused.
Got it. It's right here. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. All right. Cool. Now I'm going to use Brian's helicarrier, my power and all of us to get out my helicarrier.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the 2.0.
Yeah, no doubt. Then I'm going to use my helicarrier. I'll pitch this to get out Bug, which will then trigger Nowhere. So I draw a card.
Such a pest.
Boot Camp High. I see what you did there, Brian. Okay. All right. So let's have Bug thwart for 1 to take that last off of the side scheme.
Is there a 1 defeated on that, or?
No, it's a 1 revealed.
Okay. Because I know there's one that has a when defeated. I just can't remember which one.
Yeah. There's the one that takes your cards, and then there's one where he activates against you.
Oh, yeah, the take your card one is annoying.
Okay. All right. And then I assume you guys need me to thwart instead of attack, correct?
So, I
That
mean,
would
that's the
be
question is,
preferable.
like, do we want to get rid of 4 threat and try to keep that under control, I assume?
I think we can let that first one pop.
Or do we want to let
Yeah.
the first one pop and remove this one?
I mean, I think give me like another round or two. I think we can, keep threat under control.
But we don't need to. That's the thing. It's
No,
like,
all right.
why would we?
If this pops, all it does is get rid of we're going to get rid of the magnet counters on Brian's turn. Oh, which actually makes me think that I should do this, right? No, because then this will come out and Brian will get wrapped up.
Oh, he can't attack or thwart? Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah, so I'm not going to do that one. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we can control the main because we can, and this doesn't matter, right?
Not as much yet, right?
And then we can just let it pop, and I can build for a little more damage, I guess.
Sure. Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. So then I thwart 4/3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that doesn't heal Bug. I'll attack next turn, and then that will heal him back up.
Well, you say that now, but look what's going to happen.
Then I'm going to pitch this to get out my endurance. Go up 3, and then that's my turn.
So then we're using the gun to get rid of 2 here?
I have a gun to do 2 threat as well.
Because, I mean, Melter will scheme for 1, but then, like, if I can use my pistol next turn to draw a card,
I was
right?
going to say, I was going to say I could remove Melter if you want, but I know with him having 1 health, murdered you, all that stuff, so...
Yep, let's murder him.
It's your choice.
We're good.
Okay.
Oh, and I've got a plan. And Nick Fury.
I'm just looking for my unshakable to get rid of this dumb stun.
Yeah, well, I hope you can get rid of it soon, because Steve, I just drew a combat training for you.
Nice.
So we'll get that out soon.
All right, he's adding 4 threat, and Venom is being attacked for 5.
5. Ooh, I think I'm just gonna do a block of 4. A defender 4.
I can block for you if you want. I'll block for you. I'll defend for you.
I also have a Spider-Man.
No, I'll defend.
Is it just me, or is there what's going on here?
I'll defend for you.
What's happening, Brian? Can you hear us?
Sorry, is that me that was lagging out?
Yeah,
I think so. Right?
Yeah, maybe.
I'll defend for Brian.
Okay.
Drax is going
Steve
to defend for you.
For me.
Yeah.
You're getting attacked for 5.
I'm taking 5 minus 2 is 3. I'll go down to 13. Vengeance! And retaliate.
Tough is gone. All right. Then that's a 3rd card, so we have to draw for a magnetic card. Hey, no shadows. Hey, magnetic mayhem. I forgot about this one. So this is a boost, and the person who defeats it has to discard. What is it? Top 4 of the encounter deck. Magnet counter for each magnetic card. I didn't even remember this one existed.
That's the 4 boost icon, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so that one comes out. Then he is scheming against me for 2 plus 0.
Cool. I love when that happens.
No, it's 3
plus
it's 3.
1.
Yeah, 3.
Oh, thanks. Yep.
Yeah, because of the mayhem.
3 plus 1.
I just counted right
so
away.
This goes to 16. These are all gone. And then he's attacking Drax.
Taking it.
He attacks you for 5.
I will use my parry. So I defend for 10. So
nice.
Retaliate, and then draw 2 cards. 1 and then 2. There we go.
67.
Oh, I just wish I had another ready.
Yeah. All right, Nebula is getting attacked, and you're tough?
Yep.
He needs a token, right? All right, he's going to get a tough status card and another boost. So he's tough. 1, 2, he hits you for 5 because of this, but you're tough. And he adds
Or I
another one
was
here.
tough. So
Yep.
cool,
All right, and here are cards, and he's going through his deck. And I did add the one for Melter. It was just in that confusion of missing the boost
Yep.
icon.
Yeah.
Figured you did.
All right, first card for Venom is a magnetic missile. So it's going to surge. Surges into a Master of Magnetism. So he's going to get this card, and he's going to attack you for 4.
Yeah. Okay.
You want to take it, or you want Spider-Man block?
I was just gonna take it. I think.
Okay.
If you want us block with Spider-Man, that's also fine.
Block with Spidey. It's 2 threat, right?
Okay. Yeah. All right. So he attacks there, and then there's a thing, so I get a magnetic counter. This is what's so crazy about him in multiplayer. You just keep getting the magnetic cards.
Yep. Yeah, he's like
Magnetic missile will surge, so I get a card for later.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess which is going to be next.
Okay. Now it's me. So I get this one, which is Masters of Mayhem.
So you got to get another
attack.
one.
So now I have to go get another one because it only attacks.
I didn't see Whirlwind in there. Is he there?
He was there.
Okay, because normally he comes out and deals a damage to every hero, even as a boost. So.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I'm used to taking Melter because of the lower health, but I see what you're saying. In multiplayer, he'd be smarter. He's not there now, and I just realized I have to take somebody else. So I guess Tiger Shark is my only option. He's the only one there, so it doesn't matter what I want.
I mean, somebody's getting the radioactive clown, which is annoying.
All right. Electro Shock. You are confused. Place 1 threat for each counter, but there aren't any. I'm confused. That's not good. There's no counter, so we don't have to do that. All right, Drax, your card is Masters of Evil.
So I get it, and I get discard until we find a dude.
And I don't think there are any, so I think we're discarding the whole deck. Although there's got to be one more, right? There's 4 of them.
It's probably in front of Nebula.
Oh, right.
Right. Are there 3 or 4 total though?
There's 4.
Shouldn't there be radioactive?
Melter,
man?
Shark, radioactive, Whirlwind. Yeah. So he's probably in front of
Hey,
Nebula.
Yep, there's radio.
And you get Whirlwind.
And I get Whirlwind.
All right.
Passes to me.
So I could either behind enemy lines and remove threat and confuse, or I could do a savage attack to help out.
I think Savage is going to be a bigger deal right now. I've got to remove threat, huh?
Well, when you flip up, you'll be able to get rid of it with your lay down the law, right?
Yeah. And then I can play I've Got a Plan, but unfortunately that keeps me from 4 threat that I can remove,
Sometimes, you roll with the punches.
All right, so I will use my ingenuity to play a battery pack, and I will tinker it to draw 2. There's another I've Got a Plan.
So that's a lot of planning.
Which is probably better than Nick, so I think Nick is the trap here.
There he is.
Do you need a helicarrier to potentially get that, Nick?
I mean, I guess if I don't play under surveillance, which isn't terrible, right? Because we don't really want under surveillance anyway.
Yeah. I have a savage attack and behind enemy lines that I can do, actually, both. And I probably don't need the helicarrier either for this.
Yeah, so I mean, if I take the helicarrier, the benefit is that I get Nick Fury down because I'm going to draw 3 cards that are going to pay for these cards. So maybe I'm not the best person to take it.
Well, I was going to say if you put your mansion, no, a mansion without a double is also a trap. No, I don't.
Yeah, because I put the mansion down, then I can't pay for these, so then I can't get rid of threat. I guess I could also
the sense automatically pays for the lay down.
And if I don't, I can get a pistol, which will let me draw a card. So I'm not going to take the helicarrier. I'm going to play my pistol. I'm going to flip up. When I flip up, I'm going to use Sense of Justice to lay down the law, which is going to remove my confuse.
Awesome.
Then I'm going to use my pistol to take out Melter. Murdered you. And I draw a card. It is Ironheart, who I will probably hold.
If I could, I wouldn't mind the helicarrier if I could have it for one last time.
All right.
This turn. One last time. This turn.
Just one last time.
All right. So I
Oh,
can
I get
remove
two. Never mind.
15 threat.
Nice.
That's amazing.
So do I want to get rid of, like, I guess I just want to get rid of this orbital decay, or do you want me to actually bring the main down?
Well, the main doesn't matter, right? We're winning, so
Yeah, so just get rid of the orbital decay, right?
Yeah, because then we can start to stun and confuse him, right? He loses his steady.
All right. Here, if people want to know why do I love Rocket, here you go. Multiplayer. All right, he's going to remove 4. This is overkill in solo, right?
Yeah.
Remove 4. Use Nick. I've got a plan. Ready. Remove 5. Then I'm going to use
Do you
my under
want me
surveillance. Ready.
I've got a plan. Before
I've got a plan. Yep.
Yeah. Before you remove the threat again, I have a perfect 3 to get rid of that before you
do
go
it.
toward again.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I'll take a damage and spend 1 behind enemy lines. I will remove 3 threat and confuse.
he's already confused, but it doesn't matter.
Well,
Nope, he's not
no,
confused
he's steady.
because well, yeah, now he is.
Now he's confused.
In some weird thing. Can you confuse somebody else, or does it have to be the villain?
Confuse an enemy.
So is anybody flipping down?
I might.
You don't have anybody in front of you. The rest of us do.
I could, if we don't get rid of Whirlwind, I could flip down.
So we might as well put the confuse there, right?
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
actually, I'm stalwart right now, so I cannot be confused. Oh, I'm
no,
sorry.
we're
The confuse
confusing
is
your
on
enemy.
Whirlwind. Right. You're right. Never mind.
All right. I can now thwart for 6. I don't know if I should get rid of this boost or if I should just take 6 off the main. I don't think we care about Masters of Evil, really, right?
It's
No.
an acceleration, right?
Just
So-
just do
Yeah.
6 off the main.
All right. 6 off the main brings it to 10.
What does the other one do?
It's a boost.
It's
When we
extra
defeat
boost.
it, you discard the top 4 of the encounter deck, and
Oh,
for every
and
magnetic card, you add a magnet token to the main scheme.
Okay.
So my big thing right now is I have no blocker, and I'm getting hit for a lot.
Oh,
Bug could
okay.
block for you.
Okay. Done. Drax. Steve.
All right. I need to get rid of this. I have my knife. So
I'm going to be putting a combat training on you as well.
Yeah, I
didn't
got my
realize
other
this, but
knife.
Ronald
but I think
said we
I'm
had
Yeah.
all 4 Masters of Evil out at once, which should
Yeah.
be an achievement.
Definitely.
So I'm a little annoyed. I have a what doesn't kill me to ready to just lose the stun, which is annoying. And then I got a Jocasta who can punch or thwart. All right, so that's what I'll do. I'll do what doesn't kill me, go to 15, ready. I'll attack, lose the damn stun. And then can I have 2 helicarriers?
Do you have weak feet? Does that trigger?
No, because it's a cancel. It cancels the effect.
Okay.
You're
Do
wanting
I-
2
I'm
helicarriers?
just asking because I could
Sorry,
have.
I forgot to put Steve Carrier in.
I'm asking. I'm just asking.
You can use it.
Yes.
All right. I'll have 2 helicarriers. Well, then I'll put Jocasta out and my other knife. Thank you. Appreciate you.
You're welcome,
I'll
Steve.
defend for you as well. And then I'll thwart for 2.
You're not defending for me?
Yeah.
For Rocket. I'll thwart for 2.
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Rocket.
Defense rocket. I'm flipping down.
You're
And then
thwarting for 2?
And I'll remove another 2 with Mantis.
All right. This
There
threat
you go,
is pretty well
Steve.
controlled.
It has been upgraded to the Steve Carrier.
Yes!
Nice.
Right. There you go. Nice. I need to print out one of those.
That's so good. But I didn't play the symbiote suit to annoy you guys, so there you go.
Oh, I would
it's
have
all
loved
good.
it.
It's coming out next deck pass, though.
Perfect.
Poison.
Okay. Coming to me, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I go tough with unyielding persistence, and that goes away. Then I will Let me see, because no one played a Guardian ally this turn, correct?
Nope.
No, I played an
Okay.
Avenger.
All right, so I will use this and this to play this and that.
Steve, did
play-
you thwart twice? Did you thwart for 2 and 2?
Yeah, Mantis and what's her face?
What's her face? You didn't even
Clown?
ask for a command team.
Oh, no, I don't need it.
Play the champions.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, Eric, we interrupted your thought process.
No, you're all good. Anyway, I just brought out Throg. So since I still have Whirlwind on me, he's now tough. So we have another blocker. I will do a basic attack for 2 on, I guess, Whirlwind, which will heal Bug. And then I could have Bug do a basic attack of 1 on Whirlwind.
Whirlwind
No?
only has 6 health, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Okay,
So-
and now he's down to leave him at 4
Leave him
health
at
because I
4?
have my savage attack. Put
Okay.
the
Can
confuse
you take out the annoying guy? What's his face?
radio. Okay,
Radio
never mind.
Oh.
Leave the damage that Eric was doing to Whirlwind instead.
Got it.
Okay. All right. So then that's a total of 3 damage to Whirlwind. Okay. Oh, and that triggered Nowhere from bringing out Throg because he's a Guardian. Okay. Then I am flipping down. Let me pitch this to play my Cutthroat Ambition, which will allow me to draw 2 cards. Oh, they're both energy spears. Okay, well, I'm going to pitch this and this to put a combat training on Steve, as I promised.
Woohoo!
Steve training?
Yes, exactly.
Steve
Steve training.
Steve intuition?
Yeah, no doubt.
The power of Steve?
The power in all of Steve.
And then that completes my turn.
Tiger Shark has 7, just like Radioactive, right?
6.
6. Okay. Does Throg have another? Did Throg still have his tough, or did you already use him?
No, I didn't use him, so he kept his tough, so he can block for somebody.
Do you have an attacker that can at least attack for 2? Because I could potentially, I attack for 4. I have a multi-gun for 2. That's 6.
Yeah, savage attack.
I have a savage attack, which is 5. So I could potentially, if I had 2 damage more, I could potentially take out Radioactive and
That makes
Tiger
sense.
Shark.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, so Throg attacks whoever you want for 2.
Okay, so on the
2
on the
on Tiger
shark.
Shark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on the shark.
Yep.
And then on my turn, I will basic attack for 4 with 2 pistols, kill him.
Done.
Multi-gun for 2 on Radioactive, and then
Got it.
savage attack for 5.
Beautiful. Look at that.
You might want to
You will
separate until they're not stuck
save
together.
your soul.
Separate what?
Wouldn't that be illegal?
You could. You should.
Are you allowed to change the structure of the discard pile?
I do all the time.
But
I mean, you
specifically
shuffle
when
it.
the card says go get the top magnetic card in the discard pile.
Oh shoot! So you should.
You are a super cheater, Steve.
Super cheat. Super cheat. Super cheat.
A super cheat.
I think it makes sense to do it when you reshuffle, but you can't do it in it.
Yeah. 2, 3.
Well, there you go, folks. Super
Oh, I got my
cheating.
CITT. Yeah, you got me. I am the cheeky. The
Shame.
I should have shame.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You have no
6.
shame.
I have definitely no shame.
All right. Did I miss one when I had that? Did we just get this? I think I missed one threat with this acceleration. I'm not sure.
No, you just put one on.
And added this card in the same turn, and we went through the whole deck. Maybe you're right.
Yeah, I think it.
Anyway,
one.
we're adding 6, so it goes to 12.
We went through the deck because of the whole Masters of Evil card that came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
All right, I'm defending for Rocky.
Aw. All right, he's attacking you for 3, 4 total.
I'm gonna go down to 11. Vengeance. Draw a card and retaliate.
Done. All right, he is scheming against Nebula, but he's confused.
What about attacking Drax?
Oh yeah,
Drax
attacks
defended
Drax.
for you.
Yeah.
Taking it.
Okay. He's hitting you for 6.
I will parry that. Vengeance! There's my unshakable and unflappable and a fight me coward. Oh, nice. It's Christmas now.
And unbearable. All right.
And retaliate.
And unfathomable.
And unfathomable.
All right. He is confused because we have physically strained him, and
Yes.
then Whirlwind is confused. So well done there,
Yep.
team. Venom is being attacked.
Defend for 4.
Attacks you for 7.
Ouch. Down to 9.
And you get a magnetic card. All right. I have no allies.
I have 2.
I have
have-
0.
I have 2.
All right. So that sounds like 10 threat. So that one is a crisis with 10 threat.
Okay.
It has no, it's a when revealed. So goes there. That was the magnetic card for him. So now we're on to cards for us, and these are gone. Woo. You do, like, when I play this
Mhm.
game, you know, and I'm playing, like, you feel the complexity or just the fiddliness that's been added, you know, as we've
Yeah.
gone on.
Yeah.
Melter, not in like a bad way. Radioactive.
Didn't we
Man.
just
Who
get rid of that
shuffled
clown?
this? M-type Sentinel and Tiger Shark. Somebody
Dang.
forgot to shuffle.
Oh,
Somebody definitely
minions.
forgot to
Couple of
shuffle.
rounds.
Wow.
I'm not an illegal player, so all right, it's all you, Drax.
All right, I'm going to use
And all of Brian's hard work right down the drain.
Yep.
down the drain. All right, I'll put a CITT here.
Well,
All right,
maybe
I
you
am
can set
going-
Rocket up.
I'm going to play Fight Me, Coward. I will ready up, draw a card, and the villain can attack me right now.
All right. Right now, he's attacking you for 4 plus a boost.
Let's do it.
All right, 6.
Parry, Vengeance. I get to draw a card and retaliate, which is Amazeballs.
Woo, 66. He's almost dead.
Oh, he's definitely going to
Almost dead.
take a big punch here. So I'm going to use a med team for a def focus for an unshakable, and then I'm going to knife leap through the annoying for, was it 5, 6, 7, so plus 5, so 12?
You're hitting him for 12. You're hitting Radioactive Man, I assume?
Yeah, I'm going through him.
7 plus 5, so he's down to 61.
Did you use the Steep Carrier?
And I get to draw a card. Nope, I do draw a card. I think I'm going to play, spend 2 resources, CITT, to ready myself. I'm going to punch for 7 so I can take care of another clown.
Punch for 7.
Yeah.
All right, take out Tiger Shark.
Taking out Tiger Shark, draw another card. It's an intimidation. If somebody wants me to remove threat, I just need a resource.
Steve Carrier. It's right here.
All right, Steve
It's
Carrier.
right here.
Drax removing 7 threat because
Down to
he's
3.
intimidating the big boy. And then Mantis will heal me for 3, go back to 14.
And then Command Team will ready Mantis.
Oh,
And Mantis can heal you again.
then I'm back to full strength. Yeah, and I can reshuffle her. And then, I'll do that.
Oh, sorry. Does that going to kill her?
Yeah, but there's cards that deal a damage to every minion, right?
I mean, don't worry, man. I have first aids in here. I can.
I have a Professor X.
Yeah, I'm about to go through my deck.
All right.
And
so I'll leave it like that.
Again. Yeah,
I'll leave it like that. Yeah.
I'll leave the command team for something else,
Yep.
like Eric or something.
Okay.
Oh, sweet. 5 cards. Oh, do I get? Oh no, I did draw my.
Steve, I'm not saying you didn't do enough. I just want to make sure that I got it all. You went through Radioactive Man and killed Tiger Shark. Was there anything else?
And remove 7 threat.
And remove 7 threat. Yeah, you did it. It was great. I loved it. I just want to make sure I got it right.
Thank you, Brant. Your approval means everything to me. Everything.
All right, Nebula. It's all
Okay.
you.
All right. I am going to pitch a genius, use my helicarrier to get Gamora out. That will do 2 different things. One, that will resolve Cutthroat Ambition, so remove 3 threat from a scheme.
Oh, magnetically sealed.
That will also trigger Nowhere by bringing out Gamora. So I will draw a card. Perfect. It's Daughters of Thanos.
You have to be a guardian? No, you have to play a guardian.
Nope. Nope.
Nowhere is also anyone. Is it just you or anyone?
Everybody.
A player plays a guardian ally. Yep. So yeah, that's been open for you guys all game. Okay. Then, and I just drew Daughters of Thanos, which is awesome. So I'll have to flip up to use that. So let's go do that.
I agree with this, but powering up Drax in a Guardians game, and CITT on Drax is unbelievable.
I mean, it just makes sense, right?
So, I mean, the only thing we would do otherwise, Eric, sorry, we're always interrupting you.
No, you're all good.
The only other thing I can see doing with CITT is readying Rocket because we have a threat issue, right?
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's you're just going to pump up Drax. He's going to go to town.
Pitching that, playing Daughters of Thanos, drawing 3 cards. 1,
While you
2.
draw 2 cards by your helicarriers combined, I am Captain.
Right. Okay. All right. Now let's do some fun stuff. Okay. And I have a strength and everything in my hand only costs 1. Okay. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to put and I just decked out, by the way. So let me.
Yeah, nobody's decked out yet, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to be in this round.
Yeah, I just decked. Okay.
Hey, I just realized something. I'm gonna thwart for 2 with Jocasta because I'm gonna be drawing her in. So I want her shuffle back. I want her back in my deck.
Yep.
Because I only have 5 cards, and I'm gonna be drawing an extra one. So.
Okay. All right. I am pitching this to put an energy spear on Bug. Okay, then I will do a basic attack for 2. And we can put that on, I guess.
Can we do Whirlwind and I'll kill it?
Yeah. So then that will heal Bug, and then Bug will do an attack of 3.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna call for an action, and I'm gonna murder this Whirlwind.
Okay.
And Brent, I think you have to remove the 2 threat from a side scheme because the other side scheme that he cleared was a crisis, I believe, right?
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
All right, and then additionally,
3 damage. We'll hit this Sentinel.
Here, I'll do this. Unless someone else wanted it, I'm going to put the energy spear. I have my second energy spear. I'm going to put that on Gamora.
Or
did you?
I'm just playing. No, okay, I don't have him yet.
Okay. So now around. Gamora can attack for 4.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
And then lastly, I'm going to put out a Cutthroat Ambition, and someone's at my door. So that completes my turn, and I will be right back.
After 10 minutes of interrupting Eric, his turn is finally done.
So true. We were so rude.
Okay, so
right, interrupt Brian. I'm gonna use ingenuity to reload, and I'm gonna murder Melter.
Nice.
I was gonna ask if there's any more murdering that you could do. So perfect.
I've done all the murdering I can for one day.
The Sentinel has 5 health in total.
Yeah, he's got 2 left.
Yeah. All right, multi-gun for 2.
Bye-bye, Sentinel.
And this guy gets a tough status card. Yep.
That's fine. I am going to pitch 3 to run and gun. I will ready my weapons and my multi-gun. Multi-gun is going to... You want me to just get rid of this tough or remove a little bit of threat?
I got retaliate, so don't waste the
All right. Multi-gun for 2 threats.
Yeah, are you going to do another instance of 2?
I'm going to do an instance of 3.
Okay. Yep.
And then I will personally thwart for 3.
It's just such a good phrase. I will personally thwart for 3.
Well, when you say it with a British accent, it makes it better.
Oh, also,
That's lovely.
Throg could attack for 2, by the way.
No need.
You want him to knock off that tough?
No, I got the tough. I got retaliate.
Okay.
So.
All right.
We're not allowed to touch the tough. That's a Steve tough.
Okay.
I am going to flip down this turn.
Bye.
Okay, so I'm taking a damage to play Project Rebirth, and then I'll flip down and I'll heal.
All right.
To go,
I will.
11.
You good?
Yep.
I'll play Ironheart to draw a card. It's a crew quarters, but little old Rocket hasn't taken a damage yet. Look at me, I'm like Colossus over here.
Crew quarters. I'll take your heal.
All right. Well, let me see if I have enough. It depends on this. I'm going to get rid of this Magnetic Mayhem, right? We don't want a boost card, or do we not want magnet counters?
I think just the boost cards, the +1 is more impactful than just a couple of magnets, right?
All right. So I will Overwatch. Is that just too much?
Just put Overwatch on the main, right?
I'll put Overwatch here, and then I'll have Rocket clear. Or should I just do this, I guess, then?
It makes sense, right?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
2 for 1.
Overwatch here, go to 3, clear the Magnetic Mayhem. 1, 2, 3, 4. I drew 3 magnet counters.
So you get a magnetic card. Is it after he activates or at when?
After you place a magnet counter. So I get metal shards. I deal 1 damage to each character I control and place a magnet counter on the main scheme. That's not too bad.
No.
All right. And then where was I? And then, I mean, I could play for Justice, but it feels like overkill. So I think I should get Professor X and this crew quarters down instead.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. So I will flip down. I will get rid of this naked pistol. And then I will spend 4 to play a crew quarters and a Professor X. Crew quarters will heal Flash Thompson.
Yay!
Professor will clear the main down to 0.
Nice.
I did actually think it was fun. We should do their thing, which is Professor X has to deal the final damage.
Right.
But you need like a boot camp or something, right?
Well, it is Magneto.
All right, I'm done.
Cool.
I've got Professor and Ironheart to block for Drax, so Drax doesn't have to get hit.
Oh, yeah, that's not going to happen.
So do you think
right,
if they ever made a Juggernaut hero deck, would Professor X be his nemesis?
Sure.
I think it would be Black Tom.
Let me just interject for a second. Brant, deal me an encounter card, please, because I am decking out right now.
Anybody else decking out?
I will after he attacks me.
Yeah. So
Yep,
no.
I already decked out last turn.
So we're going to be playing Heroic next round.
That's fine.
Yep.
Looks like it.
I mean, we've got the threat to 0.
1, 2, 3,
on the first scheme, so we can
4,
totally just go damage now.
5. There we go.
All right, he's going 7 here. He is attacking Drax for 3.
Taking it.
+1 is 4.
Down to 10. Retaliate. Vengeance. Deal me an encounter card.
All right, he's attacking Nebula, who's tough.
Yep.
3 + 2 is 5. Tough is gone. Another magnet counter. Man, these things come fast. I do wish there was something more fun with the magnetic counters. I can't lie. Oh, no, he can't be confused. That goes away.
Oh, right. Bummer.
All right. He is scheming against Flash Thompson.
Yep.
For 3, plus you're exhausted.
No.
So this goes to 10.
The worst part about that is I am the best person to remove his upgrades.
I know, yeah.
And I keep getting exhausted.
And for 5 against me, and now we play Heroic Magneto. Assault. He's going to attack Drax again. Perfect.
Perfect. Bring it.
So it's going to be... Oh, you have that card? Bring it. For +2, so he's going to hit you for 5, and then I get a magnet counter.
I'm going to go to 5. Retaliate. Vengeance.
60. We need damage.
Wait. I'm going to pay him back with 7, I believe.
53.
Yeah, so 5, 6, 7. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Master of Magnetism. Top magnetic card is yours, and then he's going to activate against you with a +2, so he's going to attack you for 5.
Who? Me?
Yeah, Magneto's attacking you again.
Oh, he's attacking again.
Yeah.
Again.
This is a little bit dangerous. I'm at
Do you
5.
do you need a blocker?
I might need a blocker. How much can he do?
He's dealing exactly 5.
Well, Throg could hop in.
Okay, no. I'll and then I'm not taking a magnet counter after that, right?
You are taking a magnet counter, but you're not getting a magnetic card.
Oh, that's what I mean. I'm gonna defend.
Okay, he hits you for 5. Surprise.
All right, I'm gonna go down to 2, and then vengeance.
52. All right, Nebula. You get advance. So
Don't forget the retaliate damage, please.
52. He's going to scheme against you for 3 plus you're exhausted.
I'm exhausted. Okay.
That goes to 18. We still haven't lost the first scheme. You get an M-type Sentinel.
Okay.
Flash, he advances. So 3 plus if it's an attack. It's not. It pops.
Yay.
But that just discards 2 magnetic counters, so it's not even that big a deal.
Party
and
time.
then I think we add 1 magnetic counter, and we would put an M-type in if we still had side schemes, but we don't. All right. And then Masters of Mayhem. So we'll go get Whirlwind. Then I get Magnetic Missile. So I take 5 damage.
Yeah.
And he's not defeated, right? Oh, no, defeat 1. So he gets a tough status card. Surges. I got to take 5. I'm at 3.
Acceleration.
Accelerate. All right. If that happens again, I'm dead. Oh, I can't. There's no sentinels.
There's no sentinel. I got about 25, 30 damage so far.
Nice. I get a symbiote, and I get Master of Magnetism. What if there are none here? He just activates with no card?
Correct.
Nice. Scheming for... 3. Sorry. I'm struggling a little bit. All right. Schemes for 3. That's it. Done. Passes to Nebula.
Okay. We're triggering 2 cutthroat ambitions. So remove 3 threat from a scheme and then remove 3 threat from a scheme. Okay. All right. Then let me... All right. I need to get rid of 1 or 2 of my allies. So let's have Throg attack for 2.
Get rid of the sentinel,
yeah.
There's no sentinel. There's
well, then put it on. The symbiote. Yeah. Just have Throg get rid of the symbiote. That'd be cool. Then let's here. I'll helicarrier and this to replace Throg with Martinex.
We could never replace Throg.
I know, he's so cute.
If you don't mind, I could call for an action for a fight me coward, and then you can block with Martinex or Trog, whichever one you want to block with.
I got Ironheart.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
All right, so I'll call for an action for a fight me coward, so I can ready.
Does he have Overkill in his deck?
No.
Steve says it. All right. I will defend. So with Ironheart, he's done. Magnetic counter.
Eric, you used your helicarrier?
I did. Okay. I used that to get out whatchamacallit, Martinex. But now I'm about to bring out Sunfire, which can either get rid of his helmet or what is that, his cape?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, whichever one there we want.
I
So
think the helmet, no, the cape is the, which one gives him +1 attack?
The cape.
Oh, the
yes.
cape.
So let's pitch.
It just blanks it though. It doesn't get rid of it though.
No, it
Right.
does.
No, Sunfire
Vivian
gets rid of
blank.
it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Vivian that blanks.
But he needs to spend a lightning to do that.
Oh,
Yep, he's
wait,
doing
did you with I'm sorry, the Steve just called for an action, right? And
Yeah,
did
it's
you have
done.
Ironheart block?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, can we have Martinex block instead? Because
He
again,
readies you.
oh wait, I can increase my ally limit by 1. I totally forgot. So
we're good.
then we're totally good. Okay,
Hi, Ironheart.
So,
You're dead again.
I'm gonna do this and this. I'm gonna bring out Sunfire. I'm gonna pitch an energy resource and get rid of whichever you want. His cape, I guess.
Yeah.
Magneto or his armor.
Technically,
I
it's
guess.
armor.
Yeah,
in case people
Magneto's
are wondering which
armor.
card.
Awesome. Okay, then Sunfire can attack for 2.
Get rid of the tough. No,
Yeah.
don't you have bug that can get rid of that tough?
Yes. So
Or Gamora. They both have piercing, right?
yes. So Gamora will do that. Gamora will attack first for 4 and punch right through
She's piercing.
the tough. Yep, because she's
48.
piercing with the energy spear, and then Sunfire attacked for 2.
Okay, do we want to take down Whirlwind? Specifically, I have a gun and a plasma cannon.
Oh well, it's up to you because I have a knife leap. So
Don't I can set that guy up.
They're
for
all
you to
dead.
murder
They're all
him.
dead. We got
Okay.
1,000 ways to kill things. So
All right. Well, and also, so Martinex can attack for 1.
what?
So yeah, that's what he can do. All right, that completes my turn.
Whew. All right. I will start by flipping up. I will use multi-gun for 2 on Whirlwind. I can go 1, 2, and 3 to let's see. You don't care about the command team right now, right? Because Mantis needs to heal first.
yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Since one of those is gone, I don't need it. Then run and gun. I'll do a run and gun. Ready myself. Ready my multi-gun. Multi-gun will hit Whirlwind for another 2.
Yep.
I am then going to punch Magneto for 4. And I am going to spend my symbiotic bond plus 2 more to get rid of that.
Nice, thank you.
And I will keep my grasping tendrils on me. Steve Carrier is still a Steve Carrier. And
I don't think I'm going to need it, but
well, then I will turn it into a Brandt Carrier.
I'll play a pistol with the Steve Carrier. I'll use my ingenuity and my double to play a particle cannon. I am going to heal for 3. And I'm going to crew quarters for 1 because I'm at 7. Then I will flip up. I will use my particle cannon to go through Whirlwind. Murder you! I will deal 2 damage and draw a card. I got my rocket launcher. I'll use my pistol to hit him for 2 more, 37. Then I will use Sense of Justice and I guess my rocket launcher to play 4 Justice. That's kind of irrelevant, isn't it? But whatever, it's what I got. I'll bring this down to 1 if we ever want to get rid of it. It's easily removable. Done.
Cool.
All right.
Can he be stunned?
Yes.
Yep.
I'll put an honorary
But
guardian myself.
He's got steady still, though, right? Yeah.
He
Nope.
does not have steady. Nope, he's got physical strain.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
So I'm going to start by doing a leading blow. So I'm attacking for 7 minus, what's the top card?
0.
So I'm
Nice.
dealing 7, drawing a
30.
card. Does it get behind me? I'm going to do it again. Attack for 7 minus.
Leading blow. Okay. -2 is 5, 25.
Another 5. I get to ready, draw another card. Boof. I'll punch for 7.
Yep. He's down to 18.
Draw a card. I'll use Def Focus to play Limitless Stamina. Punch for 7. Draw another card.
Down to 11.
I'm going to play What Doesn't Kill Me. Heal for 2. Ready. Punch for 7. Draw a card.
4.
Was that 4 basic attacks so far?
Yeah.
I'm not done.
Welcome to draft.
I'll do another Limitless Stamina. Punch him for 7. Draw a card.
Sorry, sir. You can only do 4 damage here.
Okay, whatever.
Flip him. He's tough.
I'm going to spend an energy to CITT and ready. I'm going to Knife Leap for 12. Draw a card.
Is that piercing?
Yeah, piercing and overkill.
68.
And unfortunately, that's all I got.
Drax has to catch his breath.
He was at 37 plus 12. He did 49 damage.
That is impressive.
How much health do you have, Steve?
5.
You flipping down?
No.
No, he's not. Never flipping down.
I am going to use do we need to remove any threat?
No.
All right.
There's 2 threat on the main. It can go to 24.
All right. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sacrifice Mantis.
No, don't sacrifice.
No.
Why would you sacrifice?
So I can heal for 3, go to 8.
No, don't worry. Don't worry. I'll defend for you if I need to.
I have blockers as well.
Yeah, we're good. Keep Mantis.
Who will defend for me?
I
Don't
have
worry.
blockers as well.
I have a grasping
All right.
tendrils. I told you.
Cool.
I kept it in hand.
All right. Well, I will pitch intimidation, and I'll keep my payback because that's another 7-8 damage. So I think I should get a parry here as well. So we'll see.
Katie?
Yeah, Katie.
I have a Katy Perry, but I didn't get one. So sad.
All right. There we go, everybody. Welcome to Drax World.
Yes.
Drax World. Drax World.
All right. We are adding 8. This goes to 10 out of 24. Still not bad.
Mark is like, and I still had 3 cards in hand after all of that.
Yeah. There you go. That's why you build up Drax, because then he can do that.
Yep.
Yeah,
He's your damage guy now that we need damage, right?
correct.
Everybody was helping me with threat early on because I couldn't, I could do a lot, but I couldn't do it all.
Did you deal us all an encounter card?
No?
Do we get that when he flips?
Yeah. I was
Okay.
thinking there was something else. All right, that's done. We get that. He is attacking Nebula for... Is anybody flipped down?
I don't believe so.
No, I'm up.
Okay. He's attacking Nebula for 3.
I'm gonna defend for Nebula
You
Why?
do? All right. Well,
because
thank you.
I have a
His
shake it
parries.
off.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Thank you,
right,
Steve.
he gets another tough... He gets a tough status card, which was gone, right? I forgot
Yeah.
to remove it.
Yeah.
And another boost. And he gets a tough status card and another boost, and it's a 0. All that.
So he hit for 3.
Hit for 3.
So I'm gonna take 1 vengeance. I get to draw a card, and I'll shake it off and become
Retaliate. Do you
and
also retaliate?
Right.
and pay back after that to deal 7.
Nice.
61.
But I only have 2 cards in hand left. Boo.
It's okay, Steve.
You are a noob. All right, Venom's getting attacked for 3.
You want a blocker?
No, I don't. I'm going to spend my symbiotic bond and do a grasping tendrils. So cancel his attack.
Oh, hold
and-
on. So the attack against Nebula, I apologize, Brian, first adds a 3rd magnetic counter.
Oh, right.
So Steve gets... Ooh, not the
Wouldn't it have
Masters of
been the
Evil.
Sentinel? Wouldn't it have been the Sentinel that was on top? The first Sentinel? Never mind.
Nope, those were the boosts against him.
Okay.
So it's going to be Magnetic Mayhem, which is not a big deal.
Yeah.
All right, now you do your thing, Brian. You stun him, and you don't take
Yeah.
any damage, right?
I can use the helicarrier at this point, right?
No, you
No,
cannot.
it's an action.
I cannot. Got it.
All right, he is stunned against me, and now he's attacking Drax, and we've got
Taking it.
1,000 people.
No. I got a tough.
Yeah, he's got a tough.
3 plus 2 is 5.
I lose my tough. Retaliate. Vengeance. Woohoo!
All right, and 1 magnetic counter. Woo! I've gotten everything so far. I had to back up briefly, and I missed the encounter cards here. Masters of Mayhem. Guess who's coming back?
Whirlwind.
All right. Masters of Mayhem.
Oh gosh.
So you get attacked for 2. And we
Right.
all take 1. We all take 2.
We all take 2.
Are you
Is it
dead?
every
No.
hero or
Every hero. I'm at 2.
Steve told me to pick
Attacks you
Whirlwind.
Also resolve his attack. Well, can like Sunfire block for someone?
Yes.
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 What?
He's not just
yeah.
dealing 2 damage, he's attacking everybody for 2.
Right. Okay. All right. So I'll take 2, and Sunfire will block for someone.
I'm good. I don't need it.
I don't
Yeah.
need you to block. I'd rather
Same.
you block if Magneto attacks again.
That's
There
right.
you go.
Okay.
we're
All
okay.
right. Well, then keeping Sunfire out.
Thank you, though. All right,
Yeah.
Electromagnetic Blast. Oh my gosh, Brian, you're going to hate this. Exhaust every upgrade and support you control.
Oh,
That is
that's
awful.
brutal. That's
Uh,
brutal.
Melter. You
Yeah.
good, Brian?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Man, that's bad for Steve because of the command team for Mantis.
Magnetic Missile will surge into a metal shard. So I deal 1 damage to each character I control and add a magnet counter. So now I'm going to get a magnetic card, which is Magnetic Missile, which will surge into Memories of Another Life. You want to be stunned or you want to flip?
I can't stun. I am steady. So 1 stun on Mr. Drax.
All right.
Nice.
And I get Magnetic Bubble. So he has Retaliate and 8 extra health. Seized. Each player places the top 6 cards of their deck face down under here.
Boo.
Perfect.
1, 2, 3.
Steve, that was your moment.
No, it's perfect.
I don't want the cards in my deck.
I don't. I just want my ready stuff. So as long as I'm not looting my ready stuff, I'm good.
And magnetically sealed, I have 0 allies.
I have 1.
Same, 0 allies.
I have 4.
What?
Sorry.
Get outta here.
I've been asking to use my allies to block, and no one will let me block.
All right, 68 damage. He's done, my friends. Goes to Venom. Come on, Venom. Use all your guns right here.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, everything's exhausted.
All
It's
right.
about as rude as I can be.
I know. All I've got is support for Steve, so I'll use a locked and loaded to put a reinforced suit on Mantis,
Woohoo!
and then I will take a damage and first aid Steve and heal him for 2.
Go to 4.
Brent, you can probably drop Mark's comment.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
I have nothing left other than just doing an attack for 2 or a thwart for 1.
If you can attack for 2, I can get rid of the bubble, but I think it's not going to be my turn. I think Rocket might be able to do some stuff too.
So here's
Other
the question. We're not dealing 68 damage this turn, right?
I'm doing well so far. It depends what I draw into, but I got 7, maybe
Wow.
14,
Oh, no.
maybe 20, 21.
I've got
So,
So no.
I mean, I have Groot, a reload, and a Flora and Fauna, so I can go like all out damage, but I'm
Yep.
not going to deal that much. Or I can flip and play Moon Girl and clear out these minions.
I have absolutely, unfortunately, nothing to do this round other than just what I did for Steve.
Well, let's just
No.
control then. Then go
It's-
control, and then
well-
we'll finish him next turn.
For
All
me,
right,
then
sounds
it's just a flip down and heal, so I can flip back up.
All right.
But that
Sounds
would
good.
be it.
All right. So
7, 2,
maybe I hold Flora and Fauna and reload for next turn.
11.
Well, you could put some damage, right? No?
You talking to me?
I can kill Whirlwind and Melter, which seems good, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I will kill Melter, murdered you, overkill, so there's 1 damage on the bubble. Draw a card. It's Spider-Man, but I don't even think... I mean, I could clear Magnetically Seal, but I don't know that it matters.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah. All right, so then I have to... The trick is I have to flip down to play Moon Girl, which means then I can't do Flora and Fauna and reload.
You can... Is Flora and Fauna a hero action?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's the question is, do I go that route? I guess so. And then just hold Moon Girl for next turn. All right, so these two and Ingenuity will play Groot. And then I will use my Spider-Man to play my Flora and Fauna, which will ready this and give it 2. Groot will punch here. Does anybody have a damage?
Not like that. Nope.
No, I can't call for an action, but I'll have a lot of damage once it's my turn.
So I could punch him for 1 myself.
Do it. We don't need threat removal, right? We're good with threat. So.
I mean, as long as he doesn't like scheme, because we have a crisis. So like this is going to pop this turn, and then it's a question of how many more, right? Does he pop?
Yeah, but he's not putting. We only have 1 card each.
All right. Particle Cannon. So that'll go through. Draw me another card, which is Nick Fury.
Oh, might be a Nick time.
I don't have resources. Well, I guess if I
want a
got rid of the
helicarrier?
pistol, right? I will flip down and use my crew quarters. Do you need it, Brian? I'm just going to take it.
I'm at 11.
All right. He's got 2. I feel like I just hold these cards for next turn. Is it too much to have Moon Girl and Nick?
It's too much.
Okay. So then I don't... The Helicarrier would just let me play Moon... I would need 2 Helicarriers to play Nick. That's kind of a waste.
Unless you tinker.
Thank you. Tinker this. Draw 2. Good call. Nick or Moon Girl better? Hold Nick for next turn. I got it.
Well, why don't you play Moon Girl first and then Nick?
Right.
Well, because I'm only going to draw 1 card off of Moon Girl.
Oh, then
Makes
she's
sense.
not worth it.
Yeah.
Then it's not worth it.
She is not worth it.
So we play Nick.
Unless...
Draw 3. It's too late, Brian. It's too late. I'll get rid of I've Got a Plan for a battery pack. I'll put it on the particle cannon. Nick will punch for 2.
Yep.
And take 2. Done. Sorry, long turn.
How much?
Good.
How much is on there?
4.
So I can. Okay, I'm attacking for. So I'm wasting 3 damage, right?
Yep. I mean, I can have Nick remove 2 threats somewhere, but it's irrelevant, right?
It's irrelevant. All right, I'll use Limitless Stamina with Death Focus. I already healed with her. I'll
You're not
punch.
stunned.
Do I take the Retaliate? No, right? Because it's an effect.
Forced Interrupt. When he would take any amount of damage. Then if there's 8 or more damage. Nope, you do not.
All right, so there you go. So what doesn't kill me? Go to 9. Ready. Punch for 7. Draw a card.
53.
I'll do CITT. Ready. Punch for 7. Draw a card.
46. You had the
There.
CITT?
Yeah. Yeah, and then I got Symbiote Suit, but I'll just toss it.
Okay. 46. Nebula.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to keep it because... Oh, no, I'm going to dick out anyway, so whatever. No, I'll just toss it.
All right.
Let's see how many times we can prevent Eric from playing one more time.
or just speaking.
I have
just
a very
speaking,
long-winded monologue to give.
I got
All
12
right.
minutes, and then I have to quit. So
I love you guys. All right. Helicarrier is Daughters of Thanos, drawing 3 more cards. Very nice. Let's use an energy to... I'm going to give myself a hand cannon because, that's what we do. Okay. So Nebula will do a basic attack for 4.
Did you have any techniques?
No, I did not.
Okay. 4. He's down to 42.
Okay. That will heal Bug. Then Bug can attack for 3.
39.
Okay. All right. Before I do anything else,
I forgot that Eric was the aggression player.
Yes, trying. Although I don't have many aggression cards in my deck
Aggression
here.
support.
Yes,
Aggression
actually, aggression support. Exactly. All right. Let's use this to get out a weapons master. And can use this for an evasive maneuvering. Okay. All right, and then now we'll have Gamora attack for 4.
35.
Okay, so she goes away. We'll have Martinex attack for 1.
34.
I'm going to leave Sunfire in play so he can block for someone if you guys will ever let me block. And then I think that's everything.
I mean, if you don't want to be heartbroken, I have Nick Fury already.
Right.
To block. No,
It's-
you're good. You can leave him.
Yeah.
It's better
Although,
to
you know,
have it and
It's
not
all
need
about
it.
threat. If he
need it and not
advances
have it.
twice, we're dead.
Sure.
If he doesn't
Yeah.
advance twice, then we're fine.
That is true.
I'm going to need a card because I decked out.
Oh,
Are you done, Eric?
finally I get my ship. Yeah, that completes my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh, I have
probably
3
won't get a
lethal
turn next
intents
turn.
in my hand, and all of my upgrades are going to go away.
No, they're not.
No, you can play them before you take your turn, right?
Correct.
You can do a hero action
Yeah.
like an interrupt before it triggers your forced response.
Well, you do it on somebody else's turn.
Yep. That's the
Ah,
That's the beauty
what
of
I was-
multiplayer Nebula.
nice. Never
That's what I
thought
was
about
saying,
that.
Eric. You stay down a couple turns and then you
Right.
use those lethal intents to double or triple the times you can play them.
Okay, love it.
Yeah.
Well
So
then,
I'm assuming
nice.
I won't get a
Okay.
turn next turn, right?
I'm assuming
No, not at all.
Because funny enough is, of course, on the last round of the game, I finally get my Adam Warlock to be able to do something.
Oh,
But
right.
he's been
Yeah.
hidden the whole game so
Yeah.
far.
Well, that's okay. I just got my Nebula ship finally in my hand.
3,
Uh,
7, 8,
but,
9. So this
yeah.
is going to 19. He is scheming for 2, 5. That goes to 24 on the dot. So this will flip, which adds 2 magnetic counters. So that didn't work out well.
Yeah.
And then goes to 4.
And that's his final stage, right?
Yep. Then he's scheming against me for 3 plus 2 is 5. So that goes to 9 out of 28, which actually we could probably get more than 2. Then he's attacking Drax for 3 plus 1 is 4 and a boost.
Yeah, I'm taking it.
Okay. Exhaust.
Oh, you jerk. All right. So 4
4.
and exhaust. Oh, yeah. I'll go down to 5. Vengeance. And I'll draw a card.
All right. And then you get a magnetic card, which is
Get stunned. Please stun me.
the last card of the deck. You are stunned.
Of course.
You asked for it.
Okay.
And then you take how much damage? So these actually get removed, so you take 0 damage from this card now.
Are you sure they changed it now?
They did. They changed it so you remove the magnet counters before you resolve the card.
Okay.
Yep. So that card's kind of underpowered now, but whatever. All right. Then he is attacking Nebula for
Sunfire.
4 plus 1.
Well,
Or
at least
plus
there's
zero.
an advance gone.
Done, and you get 1 here. And then here go the cards. Yeah, I don't even think advance kills us. You get a Sentinel. So, Brian, if you get a turn, you get nothing. I am caught off guard. I'm going to lose my heroic intuition. Oh, I'm going to lose my sense of justice. I have no sense of justice anymore. Oh, no, I get a symbiote. Now I can't kill him. You get a Sentinel, and you get assaulted. You want
Thank you.
Nick?
No, I'm taking it.
Okay, he's hitting you for 6.
I'm gonna parry, which is also gonna get rid of his whatever tough he has and draw 2 cards.
Who's tough?
Oh
Who does not have
yes.
tough?
Okay, whatever. Well, retaliate, and then I'm gonna play payback and get rid of my
You yeah,
Stun.
you can, yeah. Can you play payback if you have a guard?
Oh shoot! No, he's a guard. No, then I cannot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's the advance. So 2 plus 4 is 6. And this goes to here. Did I add one for attacking you? I don't think I did. Doesn't matter. All right, goes to me.
I'd like to call for an action.
Go for it.
Okay, I will pitch this to do lethal intent, deal 4 damage.
Can you? Oh, do you have one that goes through guards?
He doesn't have a guard.
He doesn't have to because we'll kill him before we get to your turn.
Yep. Okay, then I'm going to pitch this to play another lethal intent, deal 4 more damage.
Okay. He's at
and
24.
then, so I assume I cannot use my helicarrier to power up the lethal intent. No.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, then, let me think. I could pitch this, and we can stun or confuse an enemy as well. So I don't think we'll need it, but we stun
we'll just stun
Magneto.
him.
Yeah.
Yep. Or I guess we confuse them since threat is the issue.
Okay, that concludes my calling for an action. Thank you.
All right. I will flip up. I will particle cannon this symbiote. Murdered you. Deal 2. He's at 22. I draw a card. I will use this Overwatch to play a pistol. I'll deal 2 to him. He's at 20. I will play a reload.
Can you get rid of my guard?
6. I can. Does that help us?
I can finish him off after.
Okay. Well, I could finish him.
Oh, do you have enough? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
just
not
finish
quite,
him.
but I'm close.
Yeah, I can do 12.
Close. 6, 7, 8, 9.
I could
No,
play
I could
Adam
deal 9
Warlock.
to him. So I can go through your guard. So I don't deal him 6. I deal him 1. He's at 19.
He gets a
I
tough.
draw another card. Oh, well, you didn't help me out then. I'll remove the tough with Rocket. Groot will punch him for 2. I'll for justice. I'm not going to get rid of anything. It doesn't matter. Sorry, 2. 17. Go ahead.
All right, I'll play Fight Me Coward. Already.
Can you with a stunned? Is it an attack?
No, it's just hero action. Ready your hero.
Oh, are you actually stunned? Oh, you're double stunned now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually stunned.
Yeah. He's attacking you for 3.
Yeah, so I'm going to defend with what's her face.
Okay, sounds good. I
And
don't know
now
what that
I
means.
And
now
magnetic counter, right?
Yeah.
Which is 3.
So hold on. What happens? Do you draw any cards or anything?
I drew my card, but I do play payback to get rid of my stun.
Okay.
Because now it's after the villain attacks you, is you the player and not you the hero. So they and then I take a damage.
Oh, is that really what it is? So if you defend with an ally, you can play that?
Yeah. So that's
I saw that debate, but I thought it was shot down.
So
Anyway,
that's
it
what
doesn't matter with 10 damage left. I'm not going to worry about it now.
No,
All right,
because
so deal 1 damage to each character you control.
as a boost or as the magnetic card. So I go down to 4.
Yep, and keep going.
All right. So if I can't, it doesn't really matter because then I have everything I need to attack with a leading blow, draw a card.
Yep, deals 5. He's down to 12.
All right. I get to ready. I attack with a leading blow, draw a card.
Sorry. -0, so he's down to 5.
All right. I get to ready. I attack, draw a card.
Dead. He's dead.
You dead?
Nice.
Cool.
There you
And then
go.
I
We still
had
struggled
one
with
more.
threat at the end, but it's just letting it go at some point, right?
Yeah. I had 1 more, 2 more,
Whew.
3 more,
So
4 more
for
attack.
me, the whole idea of the deck was to try and get Adam Warlock, which
Right.
didn't unfortunately happen. And then I would have cards like Resourceful in hand that allow me to choose which one of his abilities I get to trigger, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Which then, on top of that, his he doesn't have any restraints from that, right? Deal 3 damage, heal 3 damage, remove 3 threat. It doesn't adhere to guards and stuff, right? Does it?
The ability on Adam Warlock.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not an attack, so it would just deal damage.
exactly.
Yeah.
And his remove 3 threat is not a thwart, so it doesn't. Crisis doesn't. Does it? Crisis also affect that?
I don't. Yeah, because Crisis kind of says if it's in play, you can't remove threat from the main scheme. It has nothing to do with whether you're thwarting or not.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
All right.
to answer Mark's question, Drax, even in solo, is amazing. He's great in every player count.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for saying good game. I know it was a little anticlimactic at the end. I felt like it was just deal the damage. Like, I don't know. At some point, I feel like in these games, we should just pick it up. Like,
I mean,
it's fun to deal the final damage, but it's also like, with 4 players, you start arguing who's going to deal the damage and how you're going to, kill my guard. Get rid of this. Let me take an action. You know what I mean?
All right.
It becomes
So
kind of
realistically, all we needed to do was survive the last villain phase, and we knew we had it. So at that point, you could just pick it up and be like, because we know we have it. We're like,
but
I got this.
I do think it's interesting to see how much threat comes out and to see it from side schemes and understand that even one person who's like good at removing threat, like I definitely would be okay saying, Miss Marvel and Captain America and maybe a few others can remove more threat than Rocket, but he's definitely one of the better ones. And it's too much threat in a 4-player game for one hero to handle.
Oh, yeah.
And to Vader's point, I don't know why I said 7, but it was 6. It was.
You were attacking.
So you
for
were
6,
cheating the
not
whole
7?
time? You were cheating the whole time?
I think I was.
Gotcha.
All
Well,
right,
you didn't count. That's probably what
Asterix win. Reset the table.
Yeah.
I'm sure that even though he would have flipped, whatever, it would have been 5 less damage that previous turn. He would have been at 73. Then we brought him down to whatever 40, and then we kill him this turn. Like, it was.
All I know
we had plenty of
is
damage.
that Steve's acronym needs to change, and you put a C there instead of a P because you cheat.
I know.
Cheat the game.
Look at this one. And all Eric wanted you guys to do is kill his ally.
I did have the symbiote suit, and I think that's why I saw I was getting to 7.
Right.
And I didn't play it, and I was like, I already calculated in my head.
I mean, you were just the damage engine. Once you got there, it's just a timer, right? At some point, you've got control, and then you realize, okay, he can double advance on us, and we still win the game.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, since my whole Adam Warlock thing didn't pan out, I was just kind of filling the gaps of like, if I needed to defend, I would defend. If I needed to thwart, I would thwart. I would first aid Steve's Mantis. Let's command team your Mantis. So I was just kind of ended up being that support role. So
Venom is great for that. He's very versatile.
He does.
Yeah, and it's always actually I think, especially in a 4-player game, it's always important to have a support role. Like I thought about doing a protection Venom supporting, but the last time I played, I remember I played Doctor Strange with the whole tough everyone, muster courage, do all that stuff, because I thought about it. I was like, well, I could do a shake it off in this kind of game where I defend, shake it off, and then you guys would take a little bit of damage and I could shake it off for you guys and stuff like that. But I was like, I didn't want to do protection again.
And I had you put that Blaze of Glory, you didn't use it, but imagine that on Drax on a turn where he gets +2 attack with all those, or early on where Rocket did the triple, right, where Rocket did the triple threat removal. The trick is if anybody's playing tough, you totally hose them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was one of the cards.
All right, see you, Steve.
My 2 hours is up.
See you, Steve.
Right.
Peace out.
Ciao.
Cool.
Thanks. Good job, Drax.
Thanks, Steve.
Yep.
Good job. So, speaking of Blaze of Glory, that was one of the cards that was stolen.
Oh, right. That's right, because we got those 6 cards taken from us.
Yeah, I was wondering when you were going to play it. Like a first deck pass, it makes sense to not play it unless we were in big trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
But I just need everybody's help early on. But I mean, you could see this is my thing with Magneto. I like all the villains just the same as the heroes, but Magneto, I enjoy him, but the path is always the same. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
It's always remove the side scheme, remove the second side scheme, let the first main pop. We actually controlled the first main. So because we controlled the first main, then we just let all the threat go. Like, I just built my weapons at that point. I didn't even bother to worry about threat anymore. And let's go all damage, which honestly, we could have controlled that threat more if I didn't build my weapons and I played threat stuff. Then we could have let Steve just deal all the damage, right? He could have dealt almost all.
We can't let Steve have that much fun.
So
that would just be wrong.
I don't think he let Nebula get attacked once.
I mean, it makes sense when he has a lot of healing. Like, it works really well to mitigate, and take all those. But it's a funny thing. Sometimes you're like, I have an ally, I have a tough status card, I want to trigger something. It gets a little tricky.
So the idea of my deck was, I thought it was. I think it could have been fun if Adam Warlock had gotten down early and I had the setup. The whole point to him is that he can just be discarding the wilds from my hand, and then command team ready him, do it again, and just essentially.
What does wild do on him? Trigger all of the above?
It allows me to choose. It allows me to choose.
Oh, choose. Okay.
So the wild would effectively, it gives me what I need at that time. So if I need the threat, I do the threat. If I need the damage, exactly.
I would actually say play him, play support. So you're planning on playing cards with other people, and then just use his ability to support the team as opposed to Voltroning him.
Yeah, I think so. So I kind of agree with that. That's for sure. But you do need to give him a little bit of extra health with like a reinforced suit and maybe the what's the 2-cost one called? Team training. Like a little bit of extra health. Get him up, Yeah.
You could Voltron. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Some kind of thing. I mean, the suit and things. Does he take a damage each time he does his ability?
No, he just takes his consequential from thwarting or attacking.
Right, so you almost have him, and then you're just dealing with him for the cards. I love the first aids on Mantis are really strong.
Yeah, I had the 3
even
first
command
aids
team.
In there. I had the 3 command teams, the 3 first aids. They, like I said, were meant for Warlock, but they ended up being perfect for Mantis. They kept Steve in the game, so he never had to flip down.
Right. And then
even though
Steve is higher, he could be blocking for Nebula and Rocket, which is super helpful.
Exactly. And because Venom has his guns, including the multi-gun, there's plenty of times where I had no problem just defending for 4, because I got the on top of that, with the whole idea of the Voltron, the deck thinning would have been pretty high, so I would have been able to hit the multi-guns a little bit more and stuff like that. So,
and Eric, you had the support, so like you gave him the combat train, but then you had 2 allies with tough removal.
Two allies with energy spears.
With that. Yeah. So like you could see, like maybe 2 is too many at some point, but whatever, there's still more attack. But like it's funny, we say Steve did all the damage, but you did all the controlling damage in the beginning till he got built, right? So between his retaliate and your tough removal, we were able to kind of whittle Magneto down till all of a sudden we had that big turn, and now it's like, let's just go for it. So it is funny how that like support aggression role, even if it was like a Rocket, if I wasn't Justice, I would be support aggression with my weapons, right?
Right.
And the minions that you took out, was a big deal too. So I think
I feel like my whole minion control that one turn was completely negated by your bad shuffling. So, I'm going to put that on you.
Right.
It was funny that Steve was like, you need to shuffle that. And then I didn't remember at the time. And then they all just stuck together again.
Yeah. Right. It's like, 1, 2, 3, done. All over again.
And then we killed them all again. It was funny because somebody killed 3 of them. And I was like, oh, can you get Whirlwind? Somebody's like, I can get Whirlwind. I'll get Whirlwind. We all got Whirlwind. I was like, forget it. Don't worry about Whirlwind. He's all set. Nice. That's just my thing with Magneto. I feel like he's a little like a one-trick pony. I'm intrigued. Like, I don't I didn't play Sonic Rifles or Think Fast or anything like that. Like, how do you feel about playing Stuns and Confuses in your aspect cards against Magneto? Is it
Well, you
worth
just
it?
have to wait until you get, you remove his steady.
Right.
So otherwise, yeah, you just build up everything else for your hero, and then you kind of hold off on that.
I mean,
Is it worth it
I
though?
think you can still work through his steady. That's the thing.
Well, if you think
Okay.
about it, at least half of the game, his steady was gone. I
Right.
would
Yeah. No, I
say.
mean, I guess for me, because I had to so much focus on remove all the threat
Hmm.
that I couldn't really play Think Fast, and so I couldn't be taking damage to confuse. You know what I
Right.
mean? Later in the
Yeah.
game, it wasn't worth it. Although I guess arguably, it's a threat removal. Like it's a way of doing that. But yeah, I don't know. I find it tricky. Like it makes sense if they're the kit cards, right? Like you played your grasping tendrils, or like if I was Colossus and I played the punch, or if I was Spider Woman and I played the stun and confused, like the
Oh, yeah.
pheromones, those just make sense because they're so cheap and built into them. But
Yeah.
adding in cards, like I didn't want a Sonic Rifle because when I played Justice Rocket, I don't even put in a side holster.
Hmm.
I don't
Yeah,
want
that
3
makes
weapons.
sense.
It's like
Yeah.
by the time I'm putting weapons out, I'm good with 2. I don't need a third.
That's right.
If I'm Justice.
Yeah, that makes sense. You don't need to be holding the 3 weapons. You just scrap the one pistol as needed. If there's any weapon you keep out, obviously it's just the particle cannon, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
scrap. I mean, I almost scrapped the tester boots on my second to last turn. Like,
Yeah.
just, pitch them and here we go. But then I got a battery pack, so I was good.
I think it's more important at that point for you to just be cycling and finding things, scrap the things that aren't working at the moment or just not doing as much,
Hmm.
Which I think is so cool. I mean, it's so Rocket. Like, if you think about Rocket through all the movies, through whatever the comics, like, he's always in a fight trying to scrap stuff together, try a new invention, right? Like,
And personally, regardless of thematic, is such an amazing and powerful alter ego ability.
yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely. Yeah. So speaking of Magneto's steady, and I guess other heroes, or excuse me, villains that come with steady or stalwart, I think it'll be interesting because I kept thinking about Psylocke and the cards that we've seen of her so far. It seems like so much of her kit is going to be built around confusing that it'll be interesting that she'll almost be neutered at first if she goes up against certain villains.
That's a good
But
point.
granted, we haven't seen the rest of her kit, but of the stuff that we have, it just seems like she's very confuse heavy.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of stuff in the new one that's, like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so powerful for players.
Mhm.
But I don't know how much it's going to help people against the really tough stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know that Ronan and Loki and Magneto and Venom Goblin get significantly easier with all the stuff we have.
I don't
the ones
think
that are
any
tough to
of those
stun and
are
confuse.
going to get easier.
Yeah.
You're right. So it's just interesting that, we're not receiving stuff that does those stops those kind of things. Like we had Vivian to shut down the gauntlet, but they got rid of that because it made sense. Like it was too powerful to just play Vivian.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's also
you don't really have a lot of answers.
I was going to say that's also interactions that they can't foresee all the time, right? So that's why they end up having to do these erratas, because then people figure it out and be like, "Oh yeah, I'll take care of this, no problem," and it completely destroys that villain as an experience or something like that.
Where do they talk about Vivian? Is that I guess when under Vision's cards?
She can't, or it might be that permanent cards can't have their text removed. It might not be Vivian specifically.
Yeah. Okay.
It might be under permanent.
Cosmo can't affect the stone deck anymore, right?
He can only affect the encounter deck or a hero deck.
Right.
There
Yep.
you go. There was another thing, right? When you play Cosmo with Strange, you either just choose your
Right.
invocation deck or you could choose the stone deck. So
But I asked them that question directly, and Tony answered, and it was that's for future proofing, like so they can make a deck, right? Like I always said, I wish Magneto had a magnet deck. Like I wish he had a face-up invocation style deck with magnet cards, and you knew what he was going to do. right? So you're seeing him pull whatever it is, and he's getting ready to throw shards at you. Because I feel like that's more fun than just you get another encounter card.
Yeah.
Like
That
that's where it gets a little old to me. You know, Loki and like the stones are nice because you kind of know what's going to happen. They have that element to them.
I like that idea for villains, giving a little bit more to it, a little bit more flavor. You know,
Yeah.
certain villains, like you just said, with Magneto having a side deck that they pull from, you know, based off of their
Red Skull
mechanic.
has it, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So I think they need to do more of that.
I agree. Yeah, just more things to get you, you know, out in just outside the box, things that like we've obviously seen that people love moving through levels, right? Hela and Kang are just so beloved.
Yeah.
For
definitely.
doing that. I think Magneto is too. I think people really like them removing the side schemes. But the more you play it, the more you realize like you don't have an option.
Yeah, exactly.
Like obviously you don't have an option against Hela, but you have time if you want it. Whereas you don't even really have time with Magneto. You have to remove them.
Right. Well, and with Hela, you need to kind of stretch it out, because if you get rid of all of those side schemes up front, then she starts hitting with +3.
Oh, just
or
get ready,
thwarting
Eric.
for +3.
Steve kind of did it last night, I guess. He jumped the gun on it, but the galactic artifacts and all the player side schemes,
right? Yeah,
it's going to be so fun with Cable and
oh my gosh,
psychic misdirection, psychic manipulation, which is the one when he thwarts, he removes threat instead. When he schemes, he thwarts instead.
Right. Yeah.
That's going to be awesome. Or she in this case, and then playing the stand togethers, which is the one we've done with Brian, where they block and deflect the damage.
Is she? I'm thinking it's what
stand together.
She's not steady or stalwart, but like her crown, right, or her cape or something, then make her.
Yeah. Okay. And I don't mind that kind of stuff. Stalwart that can go away. I think it's perfectly fine. I also like that Thanos is stalwart. I actually loved it when they put on Thanos, and then it just went everywhere. Loki, it's fine because it's versions of him. I still feel like one version could have been stalwart, maybe.
I kind of wish that the gauntlet wasn't a requirement for Loki.
So it's really easy. I did it.
Yeah.
You just remove. I think we've talked about this. You remove the gauntlet. You keep the stones. It's a bag of tricks.
Right. That's right. I remember.
And then you only trigger the stones whenever it says like trigger an Infinity Stone, but you don't do it after every. It definitely takes a bite away from him. And if you don't give him the +1/+1, some of the versions can be really easy.
Yeah.
But you can reasonably get through 3 versions on Expert, in a much more reasonable way. And it totally works. Every card works. It's just when you put a stone into play, you put a stone into play, but you don't put one every time he activates.
Right. Yeah.
And it works great. And then thematically, you just think of him as his bag of tricks. And now you've got theme without stones.
Right. Yeah. Because thematically, then that makes actually perfect sense, because I love playing with Loki in Marvel Dice Throne, because he literally has his bag
of tricks. It's on my mind.
Yeah, exactly. But spoilers, if anyone's still watching, and if you haven't played the Mad Titan Shadow campaign, mute right now or turn off your speakers. But in the campaign, it makes perfect sense that he has the gauntlet, right? But then in a one-off game with Loki, I just wish he had a bag of tricks deck or something like that, and it wasn't the stones.
It would have been nice if they built a way, even shuffle these cards in the campaign that make him trigger the stones and outside of it. But, it's tricky. They're trying to design a lot, and they design him that way, and then they're kind of excited about the way they designed it. And then the oversight of going back, is...
If you want, Eric, I could take some time, make a custom Loki for you, and something like that, and give him the bag of tricks. I don't know.
Yep, I think it's out there. I have a feeling, and there's a slew of custom content, which is actually quite incredible. Yeah,
I wanted to try something interesting. I was listening to Rahdo's most recent podcast, and he was talking about the Aeon's End turn mechanism.
Aeon's Trespass.
Okay.
Nope. Aeon's
End.
Aeon's End
is a deck building dueling game. You build while you play from Indie Boards and Games. I'm sorry, I forget their name. And so in that one, what happens is you shuffle in 2 turn cards per player and 2 villain cards. And you shuffle them all together each round, and then you play the cards one at a time, and those are the people that activate. So the villain will activate twice during a round, and each hero will activate twice. It changes a little bit with player count. It could be a little different than that.
Mhm.
And he was saying how like dynamic that was, and like you start to predict like, oh, we've gone a lot now, so now the villain's gonna go. And I thought, he was saying that would be interesting in Champions, and I was like, oh, that'd be a fun thing to try.
Mhm.
So basically, I would just take an extra hero card for the ones where I have doubles, like with promos, shuffle those into a pile, each hero, and then how would I have to do it? I thought it would be smart. And then you'd have to have, I guess I'd have to take a card that would label. I was thinking the hero cards would represent the villain attacks that hero, but I would need both. I would need 2 per player. But basically, a player would go, they'd ready up, draw their hand. Then the villain, when they activate against a specific player, they would activate and you'd get your encounter card, right? And you just keep going like that.
It sounds interesting. Yeah.
I feel like I lost you guys in my description. The negative is like if the villain attacks you and then attacks you at the beginning of the next round, you haven't redrawn your hand. So you get attacked twice in a row with nothing to defend. So that's where it's tricky, but I thought it would be an interesting thing to try and see how it worked.
Yeah, I'd definitely be interested in seeing that in action.
I know it would remove like one of the things that Peter doesn't like from One Stop Co-op Shop is like the passing. So if I go first, then I go last the next round, and in a 4-player game, you sit around for a while.
Right.
Oh, you mean like I didn't get to do damage at the end there?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, and so he's saying
he
just keeps the player order, and instead they pass a token that says you now get the first encounter card. So the first player's always first.
Yeah.
You know how you get around that? You play Cyclops.
Right. Exactly. So you're always first.
Yeah, that's what I said. Especially the Maria Hill combo. Late Night Gaming says we did the Avengers Loki last night, which was fun. So is that what we fought late night? I think I fought that with you and Nelson, right? And we had to change something up. There was like, it's the one with the tower defense, right? You're using tower defense with Loki. And we had to make it so he only schemes on one or the other. We were doing where he schemes on both, and it was out of control. It was way too much threat to remove.
Control.
But that was neat to use tower. And I think this is some of the creativity I really enjoy. Like the game allows you to do this, and it's way easier than other games where it's like print out this 3-page rule sheet.
Yeah.
And figure it out. I mean, even regular games have solo modes that are like that, right? You get the solo mode book. And you have to read a whole other set of rules and shuffle this set of cards. And all that stuff is fine because it creates a very nice game. But it's cool when you could be like, hey, you can play Loki without the gauntlet. Just remove it and keep the stones and go.
It's all depends on what you can think of and how you want to change it up. And
or throw Loki in the towers and have one Loki and two, and you're defending the towers the same way with the 2 schemes. You know what I mean?
Do you want to play the game as is, or do you want to play thematically and custom? Who knows?
Well, switch it up.
The thing I still haven't figured out is how do you do like a battle where you have like Rhino, Claw, and Ultron in the same battle? You're fighting 3 villains with 3 villain decks.
Right.
3 villains with 3 villain decks. All right, then you. I mean,
you have an activation token.
It's like, do you mean like progressively or all at the same time?
At the same time. Like, is there a way you could put 2 villains into play that are separate scenarios?
Why not try it? I mean, you could just have like a Rhino deck, a Claw deck, an Ultron deck, and instead of using standard and stuff like that in it, you just add specific modulars to each of them. Make sure their deck is, and then they have an activation token, that moves
I wonder if you could shuffle their decks together.
Well, you could if you
absolutely. That's actually good. Go ahead, Eric.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so if each villain is active at the same time, and you shuffle their decks together. So when a Rhino card comes out, then Rhino will activate and do his thing. And then if if a Claw card comes out, then Claw will do it. So each one is basically kind of stepping in and kind of taking their turn depending on what card comes out. But then you would need to do something where for like the standard deck, right? If an advance happens, well then who's the one, I guess who's
I
the
guess you'd have to have a
active
token, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you would need to
Well,
do
you
that.
could also make it so that, let's say, all three of them, their decks are combined. Um, whoever is active, they attack or scheme. You flip a boost card, and let's say it's a Rhino card that's boosted. Well, then Rhino becomes the next active villain.
Right. I did think
You
about
know.
that, where it would just say Rhino does such and such.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it probably makes sense to not do 3 and start with 2. How could you have Rhino and Claw, right? And then the cards say Claw attacks you, Claw schemes with their own cards. Maybe you leave the standard set out so that you avoid that, although then you
Right.
decrease the number of activations. But
Well, they
fight
did
one
kind
side
of
and make counter beat the villain cards.
Yeah. They did kind of get to do that with the Sinister Six.
Yeah,
or where because and there were cards saying if Vulture's in play, then he activates.
Brian, I would say the Wrecking Crew fight with Steel Hull was one of the best fights we've ever done. Yes?
Yeah, hands down. That was fantastic. It really was good.
So you'd have to go back to remember, because Steve and Steel both worked on that. Like Steele's is in the campaign, the Awesome Campaign Volume 1. So you can play his, and then Steve adapted it. So Steve actually had to shuffle the other Wrecking Crew characters in as they got punched out. So he took the modular, and when one of them went down, he shuffled into another deck so it could still come back.
That's right.
And then we played it where you could be an alter ego as long as you wanted, but once you went to hero mode, that was it. You could never flip down again.
Yeah.
And it was so awesome because I played a healer, and it was like a WoW raid heal. Like keep everybody alive, keep them topped off, those kind of things.
Yeah.
It was so neat. And then we also put the experimental weapons in.
Yeah. And then each Wrecking Crew got a different weapon.
Yep. And you could only attack or scheme the active one.
That's right. You would.
That made it really cool. So you couldn't control them. It was now out of control because you could only bring one down. You couldn't pick who you want to activate. Again, I thought that was pretty simple. And you could play without you can't flip down. But that was amazing. Like that was such a fun stream.
That was really fun right there, where you can only attack only attack and thwart the scheme of the active villain. It really changed up the whole flow of the game, because with Wrecking Crew, it's kind of like a puzzle. You're like, okay, well, I know which one to take out first, so I'm going to focus on getting this guy down first, because then the rest are going to become easier. But with that in play, you're forced to
go
exactly. You're forced to do each one incrementally, because they themselves keep moving through their own cards, right? So
yeah.
And on top of that, you couldn't just control the side schemes completely. You would.
It was so cool.
Exactly.
It was well done.
It also negates problem solvers in that aspect, in that game.
Right.
So,
Eric, you're going to Gen Con.
I am. Yep.
Are you playing the Awesome Campaign Volume 1? Did you sign up for that as well?
I did. Yes.
All right, so Brian and I played this.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. What you were going to say?
No. I was just going to say when I was doing it, which I think is Friday at noon, but with Brombe, actually. He and I are, we're going to be there at the same time.
And I'll be there at some point.
You mean Brian?
Whatever. You can jump in. Yeah, right. So, Brian, we played that, right? That's the Ronin, where you get everybody gets a guardian ally. Everybody gets. Did we get ship upgrades? I can't remember what we got.
You get the ship upgrades. I think the lower costing ones, like the targeting screen or the missiles and stuff like that. You get those upgrades, right? To start with.
And everybody gets a guardian ally.
Yeah, exactly.
In play.
Everybody gets a
It was
Guardian ally in play.
so good. It made Ronin so fun. So I hope that's I give huge props to FFG that they're going to run that, because Ronin is like not a beloved villain.
No, definitely not. Yeah.
And people are going to sign up. I mean, the good news is if you have whatever you have, a 2 to 4 hour time slot, you can play him multiple times. But like, people are going to have so much fun fighting Ronin. I can't wait. Like, people are going to be like, I love Ronin now. This is so fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to. I want to read
was it
up
first?
on that awesome campaign first, and then really figure out which is the right hero. What will capitalize on the fun.
Yep.
So it was actually the first scenario in the campaign, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I literally have it on my phone right now.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So
you read for a second. You read that. I'm going to answer this question.
The setup. Each player records identity in the campaign.
I meant read to yourself.
Yeah, you meant read to yourself.
And then tell us the details once you know.
Yes. Hey, Mustache.
Thank you. Yeah, we started earlier, 7. I actually have to go in about 5 minutes here. Eric probably wants to eat or something.
Oh, it's all good.
No, maybe you ate already.
I did.
I just thinking because you're an hour behind us, but I guess it's still 8:30 there. So, we just played. We played from 7 to 9. Steve was with us. We played Magneto with the Guardians, and man, the Guardians all together. Like, yeah, it's interesting. I think the Guardians has been a cycle that people don't see, but man, when you get these heroes together and they work off each other, they're awesome.
Yeah. And it's interesting though, based on, sorry, Brian, so it's my turn to interrupt people.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting. So the Guardians obviously can play as a team, but you compare their synergy with the X-Men and how they were specifically designed to play as a team. And it's almost like night and day. It's like what a team should be like. And again, it's just compliments to the designers that that they had that in the forefront of their mind when they were designing all these supports and upgrades and everything else, and how Cyclops works. That it really brings the whole team aspect to the forefront. Okay, Brian, please go.
So the whole idea is you.
All right. So anyway,
the whole idea is you're not playing. No one can be a Guardian hero, so you have to play other heroes. All right.
Okay.
And then at the beginning, what happens is you get an honorary Guardian, attach it to yourself from your collection. You get a Guardian ally, put it into play. You get a unit cost 4 from the campaign and a unit cost 6 from the campaign, and put them into play, which most likely it's going to be those Milano upgrades that you're going to grab. You also grab an identity-specific card and add it to your hand. So most of the time, you're probably going to tutor up your best upgrade, like Black Panther with his Golden City. It's just to give you that boost. And when Brant and I played it, he went for the cannon that does the damage, and I went for the targeting screen to remove the threats, to help us out with that stuff right off the bat. And it was fun. It was so fun. He wasn't easy. It's Ronin. He's not easy.
Sure. Oh yeah, no, he's definitely not easy.
It actually gave you that boost at the start of the fight to just
and that epic feel of like I'm in space combat with all these things. Absolutely. I've got allies. I've got things, right. It's like everything's moving around. It's really good.
Nice. The whole theme behind it is you're teaming up with the Guardians. You've met up with them in space or stuff like that, and boom, you're going.
Cool.
After Ronin. So it was really, really fun. That campaign was fantastic. And
it really was.
Steve started it with us, I think.
Yeah.
And then
couldn't play.
He couldn't play. I think it was just the first scenario.
Middle of the day, yeah.
So it was the first scenario. Steve did it with us. Then he couldn't play. We went through the campaign. We retroactively put him back in. We had a whole idea that he got lost. And and then for the last scenario, we brought him and Steel Hull, who made the campaign, into the scenario, saying that Steel Hull came and picked him up, brought him back.
Yeah, and brought Steve back to us.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was so good.
That was really fun.
I know I'd be tempted to play that one again. I'd almost like to play the Ronin one again, but it's like I don't want to spoil for people going to Gen Con. You know what I mean? I don't know.
You know
I mean, I
what?
guess
Mhm.
watching
How
it isn't
about-
that big a deal.
How about after Gen Con is over and people have seen it, we potentially do a 4-player game with it,
Let's do it. That campaign was
Yeah.
so fun.
you know?
That sounds good.
I'm down. Well, it's gonna be weird because Next Evolution is gonna be right there.
Well, we'll choose when to do it.
Unless we record it before Gen Con,
Oh, and then
Right.
release it after.
and
people
then
have
you
seen
just
it.
release it
Okay.
afterward,
That
That's
is
an idea.
a good
Yeah.
point there.
because you could do that
Or
too.
whatever. Just play it,
IQ
and then
200.
people still get
Yeah.
to play it. Like it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, if we could pull Brian away from The Witcher,
that's right.
Yeah, well, I'm
Toss a
playing
coin
this.
to your
I have-
Witcher.
right?
I'm playing this weekend.
There you go.
So.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, I am cleaning, getting ready for guests, and then I am headed to Orlando, and I won't be back
Fun.
for a little bit. But
Sounds
tomorrow
good, man.
morning, you can join me. At some point, I'm going to try to stream this game again. My internet crashed on me twice in a row, so maybe it doesn't like Disney. Who knows? But we'll see. So I'm going to try this game. It's a new game from Funko that I would be playing tomorrow. If, like I said, if I play solo, it'll probably be around 8:30. If I play with my wife, it might be at like 11 or something like that, depending on how cleaning and stuff like that goes, which you already know the answer, which is you always panic cleaning until people get there 5 minutes before, right? So we'll have to see how that goes. But I will be playing that. That might be one of the last things for me. If I get some time, I actually might do some recordings that I'll put up. I wanted to try to record speed running Thanos to see if I could get him down. So I might film a whole bunch and then
Oh, yeah.
eventually put the one that I get. But I don't know if I'm going to have time this weekend, but I have a little more time than I've had as of late. And then actually I will do Monday morning Marvel. I'm going to play on Monday morning some Champions before I go, and then that'll be my last thing. So,
Oh, I thought you meant Marvel United.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I'll
see,
try to do that.
I
I'll have
have-
to see what I have
yeah.
packed and what I'm going to play. I thought about doing that idea with the different cards, so I'll have to see because I have these decks ready to go. So I'll come up with something. That I'm
That's
gonna
why I
do on
said
Monday
it,
morning.
Eric, because I
Yes.
see it all behind you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well,
Um,
my son is 10, and that is his go-to game.
That's
And for Father's Day, we played the Infinity Gauntlet campaign. So like we played through
Ah.
all 4 games, and
That's so
finally
fun.
defeated Thanos for our first time in Marvel United.
Nice.
So
I played Mario Kart for a week
Nice.
straight.
there you go. Nice.
That is my daughter's favorite. She just wanted to play Mario Kart. She would set it to 48 races.
Nice. I took a
We did
break
not ever
from The
get
Witcher.
through 48 races. We
Yeah.
probably got through like 10 in a session at times, but
I took a break from playing The Witcher, and instead of playing it, I decided to start writing or creating stuff for it.
Yeah. There you go.
nice.
That's my
Yeah.
break, apparently.
Well, I'm
Awesome.
looking forward to this weekend. Brant, you'll appreciate this. I'm finally going to learn Spirit Island.
Ooh,
So I'm
awesome.
getting together with a buddy that I actually met at Con of Heroes that lives
that's
here in
great.
Nashville.
And then
We're going to
You're
get
going to
together.
take it home.
Yeah.
And then you, Brant, and I are going to play a 3-player game.
I did just play the other night. We were watching something on
Yep.
TV, and I took out that Horizons, and I
Well,
played.
I own Spirit Island,
game.
so we can definitely do.
that'd
We
be
can
fun.
definitely set up a game.
I love that game. Yeah,
It's so fun.
yeah, that'll be a little complex. We'll have to keep it on the lower difficulty so we can get through it. But it's a great game. I
Yeah.
agree.
Cool.
And it's fun because you kind of build the deck as you go, but you get to adjust. Like it's different from just deck building. It has a lot more of a Concordia type feel.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
With
that's a
all that,
good
which
one.
is neat.
I like that
So,
game.
the other thing I was going to say to people is Right Brain Rollers. I think we had an episode 2 weeks ago, so it'll be this coming Wednesday.
Cool.
Oh, okay. So Eric is home. I'm like, I'm away. Eric's going to get that. Not you, Eric. Sorry. Eric Summer.
Again, Eric Summer.
We'll get that one posted. And our doubles review is of Distilled from Paverson Games or Paverson. I'm not sure which way.
Oh, cool.
Distilled is a game about distilling spirits. So you are making alcohol and then you are selling it and then seeing who gets the most points from making alcohol. It's got a really cool card mechanism and everything. So we'll be talking about that as our doubles review. I believe our topic was Nintendo Switch games, and we used most of our time talking about Tears of the Kingdom, which is the new Zelda game.
Yeah.
And then we recorded an episode because I will be away, and then Eric will be at Dice Tower Con. We actually fly. I fly from Florida home. He flies down for Dice Tower Con.
Oh, that's funny.
And we miss each other, but I'm going to
Yeah.
try to help them set up for Dice Tower Con.
Eric,
Unfortunately, my family.
It's not fair. Everyone. We share a name with everyone. Everyone's
Right,
Eric.
yeah,
Everyone's
It
Brian.
is so funny.
Eric
I
and
know.
Brian.
I realize
There's
I'm saying
only
that.
one brand.
Yeah,
There's
but
only
check out
one
Right Brain
brand.
Rollers. If you haven't yet, in fact, the last episode recorded, I think was one of the best episodes we've recorded. So,
Oh, cool. Nice.
You know what? Forget it. I'm going down to Town Hall and I'm changing my name to Brant.
Brombe, change it to Brombe.
Brombe.
No,
There you
Brombe.
Awesome. Well,
Nice.
thank you everybody for joining us. Like I said, stay tuned for tomorrow and then for Monday. And it sounds like we've got some ideas cooked up here. I'm sure people will be traveling. I'm doing there's a convention coming to Connecticut, Eric, if you want to make your way up. Level Up Con is in Connecticut.
Yeah. It's tempting.
But I think it's like
Very
2 weeks
tempting.
before Gen Con. So
Yeah.
there's that. So thanks so much for joining us. Until next time, I'm the Brant.
I'm Brian.
I'm Eric.
And Steve is
And-
gone.
Thanks,
Steve is
Steve,
gone.
for joining us. Until I see you tomorrow, I hope you step into the portal. Good night, everybody.
Bye, guys.